What's up, Brawlhalla, and welcome to Frostfight 2023, the first Brawlhalla sponsored community tournament with Battle Boots legal. And yesterday we saw 1v1s. It was an absolutely amazing tournament, which it would only be reasonable that we're doing 2v2 today. My name is Polymonto, and I'm going to be joining you for this journey. And I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend. How are you doing, Eagle Eddie?
I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm doing amazing, man. I've been looking at this bracket. You know me, I'm absolutely addicted to looking at brackets. And let me just tell you, the players that we have are absolutely, it's bonkers. It's going to be a burst tournament.
Indeed. I'm looking at the bracket right now that you mentioned it, and I'm also looking at who is still fighting to get into top 8. And some people I would be excited to see are Blue and Sapapi.
Indeed, but Addy, it looks like we are not waiting whatsoever. We're just jumping straight into it. We have Blaze and Akno going up against Nice and Ted.
What do you think about Nice and Ted, their new comp?
As I was saying earlier in the VC, you know, I've been a massive fan of Ted for a really long time. I've been basically saying that Ted is the best 2v2 player in Europe. We just don't know it yet. And so seeing him team with Nice, I'm very excited.
That's a strong statement. The best player, we just don't know it yet.
We just don't know it yet. Give him some time. Give him some time. He'll rise up. Don't worry about it.
What are we seeing here so far, though? I'm seeing Nice on the battle boots going crazy. Blaze and Akno deep in the damage. I think Guinness Ted, right? Yeah, Ted already going down. Looking close so far. What do you think about battle boots?
Battle boots, I haven't been playing them at all because I feel like playing a weapon. As I said, yeah. What was that bounce off the edge? I could have put a lethal 2v2 combo, but that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, Akno Blaze, obviously a very established team that we're seeing here. Have been together for a very long time. Meanwhile, Nice and Ted coming off of, have they played a tournament together? I don't know, I don't think so. So a fresh team versus an established team. I would like to see the underdog here win. The best player in Europe, according to you, Ted. See what they can do. Also excited for the battle boots, but I personally think Akno Blaze might have this.
Quick background check, and it is indeed the first time ever on a start.gg that Ted and Nice are teaming together, which of course is of stark contrast of Akno and Blaze that have like 17 gold medals together.
7. That's more than a year of tournaments, isn't it?
That is more than a year of tournaments. Nice NSA coming out from Akno. Not enough to KO just yet though, but so far, you know, Ted and Nice, they're actually holding up pretty well here. They're in a small lead. Ted just needs to be careful not to get knocked out.
Ted is one hit away from death here, but
that nair was
Nice
crazy.
Still on 2 stocks, and he's on the battle boots. We're not entirely sure what he can do with those yet, and I jinx it right as it happens. Nice going down to his last stock as well. Ted dying there, 2v1 for Nice. Can he do this, Polly?
This is a very tough 1v2, and you're going up against Akno Blaze. You already know they have these team combos labbed out. There's almost already the KO, not quite yet. Doesn't even really matter they didn't get the KO. That's enough damage to basically just finish him off now. And there it is. D-Sig, 1-0 on the scoreboard for Blaze and Akno.
Now, I did like what I saw from Nice and Ted there. Ted going out a bit early. If he didn't, they definitely could have taken that game 1. Going into this game 2, what do you think will be a change for Nice and Ted?
I think Nice most likely is probably gonna go a little bit more aggro. I mean, we're talking about Nice here. I'm kind of surprised we didn't see Nice going down earlier, and you know, Nice being the one kind of out in the open, going for crazy stuff, and sometimes losing their stocks early. I feel like if they're able to do that, and Nice is able to, you know, get some reward out of that, you know, some extra damage. Doesn't matter if he goes down early because you're gonna be able to avoid that 1v2 at the end as well.
Now, I see Akno applying a lot of pressure onto Ted. He really seems to be going after him, and we're in a bit of a 1v1v1v... 2 1v1 situations here. And team comboing with Blaze there. He's going down off of it. Ted falling as well, and We have Akno Blaze up with a little bit of a lead, applying pressure on Nice on the offstage. He does manage to get back on the battle boots, seemingly comfortable, trying to knock out Akno. That doesn't quite kill. Oh.
Yeah, so far, really, really good strategy to just isolate these players out. As you mentioned, actually, in the green room earlier, in the before the tournament started, Ted is an absolutely phenomenal support player. So, I mean, if you're able to cut him off to where he can't support Nice anymore, you know, both of the players, you know, they're kind of up for grabs. You just need to get in there and take him down.
Yeah, I think that's what Agno's really trying to do here, because I see him time and time again go after Ted as hard as he possibly can, and then try to force some 2v1 situations there with Blaze. There you see he went in hard against him though in a 2v1 situation, and now he's once again going after Ted. He really seems to target him. He knows how good of a support player Ted really is, and wants to apply that pressure to not let him play his game.
Absolutely. Nice now getting super close to getting knocked out. So you see Blaze, he's hunting for it, looking for these stairs. He will get a nair, target switching real quick, and it's really not looking good. They are in a massive lead. This strategy of theirs has been massively successful. There's the dare coming out. Beautiful, beautiful recovery from Ted. What is going on? He's going crazy on the offstage.
He seems to really be struggling here with finishing up Akno, but no problemo with Blaze here, putting him in a rough spot. If Akno did not come in there for the help, Blaze might have been in a really bad spot there right away, and we would have seen it 1v1 between Ted and Akno, but he did make it back. Ted one hit away from KO, looking like it might be rough for him here.
Oh my god, Akno! Akno, why do you do him like this? Straight up trolling on the top 8 on the top 8 stream. This is not acceptable. I'm shook to the core, Addy.
Yeah, Akno Blaze up here 2-0. We're in a best of 5 since we're in top 8, right?
Yeah,
yes,
best out of 5. So it's not over yet. And I do want to say, Ted and Nice definitely still have a really good shot.
Oh, for sure. We cannot count them out quite yet. Nice switching off of the battle boots here, going onto the Diana, which I have seen from him before. He's a very good blasters player. I've seen him play Lucian and Diana in a major tournament before.
Oh yeah.
So those double blasters might work out better, considering how much pressure is being applied onto Ted, as guns are very good for zoning. And doing all that zoning might enable Ted to play the game that we know he can.
I mean, and then there's just also the added bonus that blasters are absolutely insane at 2v2. Like, you have so much range, you can hit someone from like across the screen, you can get in there and get out extremely quickly and efficiently. You know, you have these combos that you're going to be able to do with your teammate. This is a great choice coming out from Nice, and you're seeing it pay off as these blasters are doing massive work, already taking down Blaze with Akno soon to follow.
Confident lead here. They're in a 2v1 situation against Blaze, getting some damage off. Nice really showing how aggressive of a player he is, applying pressure onto Blaze. But Akno comes in, forces the 1v1 situations again. Blaze getting some damage onto Ted, does not quite kill it with the Cider, knocking Nice in the air. They're really trying to get those 2v1 situations going and get the flow back into their grasp. But Nice and Ted just do not seem to get KO'd. Ted going down there right as I say that. Nice holding on barely, damaging him, Blaze a little bit, still holding on somehow. He is in a very, very dark health.
Oh my god. Yeah, just ping-ponging across the screen, dude. He refuses to go down, and he's gonna get a pair of blasters now as well. Akno's nair from the bow is gonna be able to do the trick, though. This is dangerous for Akno. You're against Ted off stage with gauntlets. This man feels no fear.
Now, what I'm seeing here so far is seemingly the blue team really struggling to finish off the red team, while the red team is now in a very comfortable lead. This is looking entirely different than the first 2 games. That character switch for Nice really seemingly working out here. They're in a flow now. The team synergy works. They have the momentum back. I think we might be seeing a close set here from now on out.
For sure, but so far, you know, Ted has been looking great. He's been able to make really big plays on the offstage, but maybe he's starting to get a little bit overconfident as he's been super low HP for a super long time now. We should be starting to see these stocks flying at any moment, and Blaze and Akno, whenever they're last to stock, they just transcend it to a new plane of existence. They become completely new players.
Now, Akno Blaze on last stock is a different breed, but Akno Blaze and Losers Bracket, now that is a different beast that we might get to see here if Ted and Nees do this correctly. The amount of times Akno Blaze have done a reset in Grand Finals and major tournaments, I could not tell you.
What was going on with that recovery? There's no way they planned that. If they planned that, they're the best 2v2 players in the world, and they're taking the game 2-1 on the scoreboard. They are not going down yet, Addy. They're fighting. They are fighting.
Fighting indeed. I think we're going right back into the next one with no character switches. You personally, I know we've talked about this a few times, you have a bit of a vendetta against Blasters in this game. How do you feel about seeing this double Blasters on their screen?
Hey man, I'm very, very clearly against Blasters, but if it's in the hands of Ted and Nees, I'm all for it.
Fair enough. Now going on to game 4, Nees and Akno got a bit of a shocker there in game 3. I think they were expecting to take this 3-0, but Nees and Ted have so much momentum right now. As you can see, they just apply pressure. They get those quick hits and taking the lead early on. Not too big of a lead yet, but they're really looking more and more comfortable here. Insane follow-ups by Akno there off of the Lance Neutralite, I believe it was. But they keep the momentum. Nees is barely touched here. Ted's still even in damage-wise. Does not get a follow-up there, and that kills both of them. In a one-man situation here between Blaze and Nees, I do believe the game is fairly even again, slightly for the red team. This is looking a lot more even than the last one.
For sure, Ted and Nees though showing a lot of stage control and a lot of control in general in the scramble that's going on the stage right now, but we should be seeing some stocks flying soon. It looks like it might be Blaze to drop first. If Nees is not careful though, it's going to be him, and there it is.
Oh, quick turnaround here by the blue team. Blaze very close to KO here. It does go down right as I say that. The caster's jinx is real. And insane follow-up there, very clean by Nees and Ted's practice combo very well there. The game is still close though. They are up by a stock, but Ted being as close to going onto his last stock as he is right there, this game could go either way.
Still, you see them favoring these Blasters a ton when it comes to the scramble in the middle of the stage, just trying to get control, knock the enemies away, but there's Ted now going away. Blaze trying to commit. That would have been massive if he was able to take it. Very quick KO. Ted is going to be able to pick up those gauntlets now, and it looks like they are having something here. Really well done by Blaze using that Sair there to take control of the situation. That should be a KO though, and now they're back to a lead. If they're able to take out Akno here, we could be seeing a game 5.
Now, they might take Akno out here. That is strong. That is an insane quick team combo. I was about to say Akno is very great at staying alive in this game, and we're seeing team combo after team combo here. Insane follow-ups. Does not quite get the finish there. A lot of damage though.
The ground pound
team play by Nees and Ted.
Sair to get back to stage. Blaze doing a great job at keeping the dream alive, and he's able to get through as well. Nees daring Ted, but the weapon throw is going to be enough, and we're going to a game 5, and Nees and Ted are putting up a really strong fight today.
Are we seeing a reverse 3-0 here?
They're gonna change the legends. They're gonna change legends. I see Akno and Blaze, they're hovering over. I'm telling you, Addy, Akno and Blaze, they get exponentially better at the game. I don't know how that works. It's just like whenever they're in eliminations bracket, whenever they're in like game 5, it's just like Blaze says, let me swap to my main, and Akno is like, let me enable my monitor, and then they just start popping off.
Now we are in a game 5 here, and Blaze has indeed switched characters, as you said. He's on the Rayman now. I know Blaze is great at X, but I have not seen him on Gauntlets too much. Do you know what he's thinking with the Rayman pick?
I mean, I know that Blaze has been playing quite a lot of Hattori and Val in 1v1, so with that Val crossover, yeah, so he knows how to play Gauntlets, and let's not kid ourselves, but like, Gauntlets is also a very, very strong weapon in 2v2. Maybe just not feeling that, you know, the biggie commitments that you have with Lance, you're not really able to get in there because you can have so much space with blasters. And what is going on with Akno?
Oh, that would have been beautiful. Akno just... I was gonna say the blue team did not touch the red team at all until like a second ago, and all of a sudden it got reversed. I don't know what Akno was doing to Ted there. That was gorgeous. Were you looking at that?
As a spear player, that made me extremely happy, but it looks like... Oh, ooh, that could have been really, really big. But Nice wasn't able to find any kind of good follow-up. Still, Ted and Nice in a pretty good advantage here. If they're able to take down another stock here, that would be massive.
The damage build-up on Blaze has been so quick so far. Right at the start of the game, and right now he's back to orange on the second stock as well. It just seems like Blaze spawns in at orange. But they do struggle with finishing a bit, but now that they're ahead like this, maybe they feel more comfortable, maybe they can get that kill against Blaze going, but it's looking a bit rough here.
That was so unfortunate.
Nice goes down, 2v1 situation for Akno Blaze. Ted sitting off stage, not trying to risk it, getting insane nair pokes, and the follow-up right there. Akno Blaze in a rough spot, they really need to step it up here.
100%. Recovery coming out. Ted taking quite of a beating, but it's all right. They still have such a big lead. There's the double recoveries coming out, and now they almost have a full stock lead across the board. They're looking so good, Addy. Are we potentially seeing Ted and Nice going to the winners finals?
I think we are. If Akno Blaze don't step it up like crazy people here, whatever that end light drop was, I think we're looking at a reverse 3-0. Unless something happens here. But knowing Akno Blaze, it is still possible. I would not count them out. Ted falls down. He gets KO'd there. Ted down to his last stock. This is winnable for Akno Blaze.
I mean, look at this contextually. They were at pretty much yellow, and they were able to completely take down the other team almost, considering Nice is still at red, without barely taking any damage. If they keep up that quality of gameplay, this is a win for them.
Now, looking at Nice still being on the second stock, okay, I didn't jinx it this time. One of my favorite facts to always list about Nice, before Machete did it at mid-season championship, the mid-season championship, Nice was the only player to take only European player. Yeah, okay.
It's just over. You're not even able to finish your. You're not even able to finish your goddamn sentence before Nice and Ted just completely robbed this set from Blaze and Akno, completely reversing what could have been a 3-0 and then advancing to the winners finals. What a team, Addy.
I apologize for my doubts, Polly. I have realized now what you meant by Ted is one of the, if not the best 2v2 player in Europe. We just don't know yet. But, sadly, I don't know, has Fozy participated in this tournament? I would love to see Ted and Fozy go head-to-head. Since right now, Fozy is considered to be the best in Europe in 2v2.
Yeah, 100%. I unfortunately, I'm trying to check, but my start.gg is extremely broken right now. I don't think that Fozy played today, although I might be terribly wrong. Did the TOs actually just brick the tournament? Whenever I click top 16, it redirects me to top 8.
It's still working for me, maybe because I just had it open. I am seeing Fozy played with Munekeo today, also an amazing player, very underrated, great placements, has been seen on the mainstream before, I believe, but they came in 9th, losing to Swada and Sarmo, which has moved on to top 8. Sadly, we would not be seeing Ted and Nice versus Fozy and Munekeo.
Looks like we are not waiting whatsoever, though. The players are already ready. We're already jumping into the next set of the night. It's going to be Zyder and Kresu heading up against TM and Delta. And oh man, it was actually, I feel like it was quite some time since we saw TM and Delta team together.
TM and I'm trying to recall. I don't remember who TM played the last major with. Do you remember? Who did TM team with? Did he go to BCX even?
BCX, yeah. The last major they played was BCX. But Delta, you know, he was playing a lot of different teammates for a little while, but it looks like they're coming back together, which is very, very nice. And so far, they're looking quite strong in this game as well.
Now, while we're talking about Delta and TM, let's mention Xider Cresu, which I do believe they also participated at BCX. So far, they have had some great showings in major tournaments. Cresu, a really underrated player that I hear barely ever mentioned when it comes to 2v2, but he shows time and time again that he can perform at the top level like he does. And right now we're seeing it as well, with him being the last player left on the first stock. I'm seeing a very even game here right now. What are you looking at, Paulie, when you're looking at this game?
I'm looking at those D6 coming out from TM. It might be extremely even, but I mean, you know how TM and Delta works. They're able to shift the tides extremely quickly, and there it is already. They have quite a strong lead, and that's Xider already going down as well. And they're gonna be able to single out Cresu here. He's gonna have a hard time.
Now, Xider being down to his last stock that quickly is a rough spot. Cresu dying in orange there. 2x recovery off stage. Delta TM all of a sudden in a very strong lead right there, and then just a second ago this game was even, and now they're almost a full stock ahead, and they keep going on Cresu as well. Delta with the heavy hitters. You gotta mention how much strength Zol has. Every hit hits like a truck.
It's very unfortunate. TM going down, assisted by Delta's weapon throw there. Nice haymaker coming out though. Finally got the cannon in hand. This could be a KO onto Cresu. It looks like it. Is Xider gonna be able to save? Oh my god, the Nair! That's such a masterclass from Cresu on how to recover in a difficult situation. These guys are crazy. TM and Delta might be some of the best players at taking stocks, but Cresu apparently is just a god that's coming back.
And right as you say that, he does go down, but this is in a somewhat possible spot for Xider. If he gets a knockout on TM, he can play a 1v1 against Delta, which would be hard, but possible. Looking rough there. He does not get the finish. Amazing punish by Delta. We're going into game 2 with Delta TM taking the first one. Now,
and Xider?
Yeah?
Yeah, dude, Xider was going crazy at the end. Like, what was that 1v2? He just turned on the Akino switch.
Yes, sir. And we're seeing a character switch from Cresu here from the Wushang, I believe it was. What was Cresu? I forgot.
Yeah, Cresu was on the Wushang.
Yeah, those crossovers got me tweaking, I'm not gonna lie. On the Brynn now, they got some unlucky offstage interactions in that last game, which is why they lost their second stock quickly. And so far, I'm not seeing what I expect from Delta TM yet. So far, that was more of a 2 1v1 situations. What I expect from Delta TM is a lot of team combos and crazy follow-ups, and so far I've just not been seeing that. Maybe Xider and Cresu are playing that much pressure that they can't play their usual game. What do you think is happening here?
I think that's definitely a contributing factor, but it's also noteworthy that Delta and TM basically they got 2 really big team combos, whereas Cresu and Xider got, I believe, 0. This time around, though, Xider and Cresu they've already managed to get a big combo together. I feel like Xider and Cresu so far are doing a really good job at disrupting their game plan, but TM and Delta are just so rigid that they're still able to win these 1v1 encounters.
Yeah, Team Delta really seem to have the knowledge of what they can and can't do in 2v2. As you can see, they're always at those high damages. They usually go down at the same time roughly, so they're never alone by themselves on the field. And it just really seems like you may get the damage on Delta TM, you may feel like you're having an even game or even a winning game against them, but they just pull something out of their back pocket and all of a sudden the game is in their favor once again.
Nice air coming out from Xider, keeping the pressure on Delta and TM. You know, they're having a little bit of a hard time. They have a lot of stage control, but Xider and Cresu are so good at taking that away. They're so brave when it comes to just rushing back in, swinging that axe around and knocking them out.
Now, what I'm seeing from Xider Cresu here, they had a really strong start, but right now they seemingly struggle to finish off TM and Delta, with them taking the lead here once again. Zyder not being able to finish off TM. They're off stage. Cresu does get a KO on Delta, and this is what I was saying. They go down at the same time every time. And we're in a neutral state of the game here one more time. Cresu Delta, Cresu Zyder with a bit of a domination here as they have the stage control. Delta just getting his weapon. Even damage so far. Delta a little bit more. Zyder, Cresu both at the same time, starting a combo there, not quite able to finish it. Amazing coverage by TM on Delta there as to not let him go down off stage, as well as Cresu. This is amazing.
That weapon
so
throw!
Far.
Did you see that cannon? That cannon just destroyed all of Delta's dreams, but it doesn't even matter, Addy. They're still in such a big lead. That's going to be Delta knocked out. Doesn't even matter. Anything coming out. That was such an even game every single time. Cresu and Zyder, they're so close. Last time around, it was Zyder absolutely popping off. This time around, it was Cresu literally being like probably 3 true combos or 1 really good spear read away from winning the game. And Delta and TM, I don't know what it is, man. Last couple seconds of the game, they just level up too.
What they're doing so amazingly, both sides as well. Obviously, Cresu and Zyder have been doing it as well. You gotta pay attention to the way they cover each other. It's not just about the damage they put out, it's about the way they position themselves. So when one person gets knocked off stage and it's looking rough for them, the other one is always there to cover and keep you alive. That weapon throw, they couldn't guard against quite at the end. But amazing coverage so far, an amazing team play. They really understand how to keep each other alive, and I think we might be seeing a different outcome here for Game 3 as Delta and TM have been getting closer and closer to dropping a match.
For sure, man. And I mean, both of these teams are amazing at the 2v2 aspect, the teamwork aspect of playing 2v2, but they're very good at teams for different reasons, which is why this is probably so close. Neither of them are like really good at just disrupting what they're doing just because, you know, that's not really what they're used to. NSC coming out from Cresu though, and this is actually a lead for Zyder and Cresu here in the first stock.
I think that might be a first time for this set, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, not for long though. Delta with this all coming in, scratching that real quick, and it looks like we're completely even again.
Now, I don't know if you can call that even, because if the team that is on the field has the weapons, they get the chance to weapon starve, they should be considered in the lead, even if they're slightly damaged, because that stage control does numbers damage-wise, if you can utilize it correctly. I don't know what TM was attacking there quite yet.
Cresu?
Off stage.
Was that a recovery into weapon throw into ground pound? Jesus Christ, this man knows how to use his helicopter fidget spinner.
Helicopter fidget spinner, indeed. I love using that. As well as a spear player, I'm proud to see him utilize that. But we are looking at a TM Delta lead again. Just a second ago, I was thinking Cresu and Zyder might have this in the back, and TM Delta just turn it around again. I don't know what's going on. It's just a back and forth. What is actually happening here, Polly?
That there was massive, but Delta is still gonna be able to get back up. TM with this stock advantage, he's gonna be able to afford playing a little bit more risky here. He doesn't even have a weapon though, which is going to make it a little bit more difficult to do. I'm looking at TM, I'm looking at him with this stock advantage. Never mind, he just lost it. My entire analysis was just ruined. Delta though, very close to being knocked out. And TM, wonderful job placing himself on the right side of the screen there, as you mentioned earlier, making it so that they can't get a knockout.
Now, Delta holding onto a stock there was big. If he didn't, they would have gotten a 2v1 situation.
Oh my god!
Cresu versus TM and 1v1. Cresu not to be underestimated in 1v1, just like TM as well.
Oh no! I think he tried to glide off. But there's the D-Lights. Cresu getting so close to being knocked out, and the GC D-Lights. There it is, 3-0 on the set, and TM and Delta are advancing into the winners final. What a set, so close but so far away, man.
Do we want to talk about how well Cresu managed to bring that back there at the end? I think he was deep red by the time TM was like light yellow still. Cresu played that 1v1 situation amazing, getting those punishes, getting that damage, but he could not quite manage to win it because TM just needed those 2 or 3 hits, and as you can see, he got a D-Light, GC D-Light on X, which is an amazing play, very hard to hit that D-Light move, especially in the air.
Yeah, that's why it worked. It worked because it was like, who would do that? Like, why would you do that? Like, what is wrong with you as an Axe player? Why would you do that? And then it's just like, well, it worked, so I mean, if it works, it works.
I mean, in a fighting game, it's all about doing the unexpected, isn't it? Because if you do what your opponent expects you to do, they're gonna read you. So sometimes you gotta do what's considered to be a bad option or not the most optimal one to throw your opponent off. And that really gives you that edge, because people that only expect the same thing from you that they do from everyone else will not be able to read you or punish you accordingly.
100%, man. So that's going to be a 3-0 for TM and Delta. But I mean, truth be known, we all know this wasn't really a 3-0. I mean, it was, but like, if you look at Start.gg and you see, TM and Delta, they 3-0'd Zyder and Cressy, you know, they gave him a pretty hard time. It's not like that. That's not the whole story. They were this close throughout the entire set. They could have won half of those games. They could have won all of those games if they just got like an extra hit.
For sure, that was insanely close. Especially, we came down to, in those 3 matches, we came down to a 1v1 situation twice. And I just want to point out that I believe both times it was Kresu that was playing in those 1v1 situations, though the second time, or the first time rather, in the second game, he did not get to do it for long, because right as he forced that 1v1 situation, he got knocked out right away. But they did manage to get to the 1v1 situation times.
Yeah. 100%. And also, keep in mind that was in the winner's side of the bracket, which means that Zyder and Kresu, they are not knocked out yet. They've been placed in the eliminations bracket, where they will be able to fight on later. We are going to be advancing to the eliminations bracket, though, as we have covered all of the games in the winner's semifinal. This is going to be Bartu and Pavelski going up against Swara and Sarmay for our first eliminations match.
I just noticed Sarma is called Shakira in game. Very great name. But talking about Bartu, now out of those 4 names we're seeing here in the lobby, Bartu is probably the one that the viewers are least familiar with. What do you know about Bartu, Paulie? What can you tell us?
No, this is the one that I'm the least familiar with, man. I brand myself as the CEO of Europe, but I don't know that much about Bartu. It's really, what's the word? It's really shameful. I feel like I really should know Bartu. Bartu has had so many good placements. Every single time he's on a stream, he plays phenomenally. But, you know, he's just kind of been in that... He's been in that area where, like, people don't appreciate enough how good he is. Like, this is an amazing player. He just hasn't reached the highest of heights yet.
Oh, for sure. If we're talking about Bartu, we look at his resume. I believe he has multiple top 9 finishes, 13th, and some top 8s. I believe like 2 or 3, maybe 1. I'm pretty sure he does have a top 8 though. And I recently got the joy of casting Bartu. I think he was teaming with Jesser in that tournament I was casting. Bartu was playing amazing. I was ready to get a shirt signed by him. That's how good he was.
I've gotta say though, Swara and Sarmay as a 2v2 team. This is the first time ever they're teaming together, and I have never been happier about a team comp in my life, except potentially maybe Ted and Nice.
Oh,
we have all.
Sure.
I think both you and me, we can come to the consensus that a really good 2v2 team is usually built up from like one player that's really good at 1v1, and then another player that's a little bit stronger than 2v2. Sarmay is the 1v1 component, Swat is the 2v2 component. This team is probably absolutely demon.
Yeah, and if we're talking about Pavelski, right, there is one thing we gotta point out, that the pure talent of his is visible in this competition. You gotta look at the massive string he did with the greatsword against Nice at 231-22, and you try to tell me why this dude shouldn't have some real shiny gold medals.
No, he really should, man.
I
Someone tell me why Milev doesn't have gold medals hanging around his shiny neck. The true talent of Pavelski is he's still gonna drop a stock keep, but it's still true talent. Bartu is holding up a little bit stronger. They are giving Sarmay and Swara a very hard time right now. I'm very bad at speaking English. They're having a good time. They're you know, having fun with these blasters here.
Bartu Pablo are in such a strong lead right now, and you know, when I'm looking at these 4 players on the screen, one team I would love to see at some point as well is Pavelski and Sarma on the same team. Because I'm thinking right now, Pavelski, one of, if not the flashiest player in Europe at the pro level that is, and Sarma,
this is insane.
One of the best offstage players, if not the best as well.
Pavelski and Bardo are about to 4-stock SWAT and Sarmate. Like, what are we even witnessing, Addy? Like, what's going on?
I'm not gonna lie, I was more worried with that copy pasta. I've been paying that much attention. But we're looking at a very strong showing from Bart and Pavelski here. Bart is just an amazing player, like we started talking about at the start of the match. As you can see there, 500 damage coming up from both sides. 4 KOs from Bartu. He's just really showing why he's up here right now and why Pavelski chose to team with them. I think Bartu in future majors, we might be seeing him in top 8 more often.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. Bartu has been playing so well for so long. Also, quick shout out, he's in the Fantasy and Ash clan, man. Who remembers that?
That was Fuzzy's clan, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was wasn't it the clan? They wanted to. They made the clan to try and reach level 100, but then whenever they got it, they kind of disbanded. I guess Bardu just has it saved on his account.
Yeah, I think after Azure Sky, you're making the list as well. They went back to Fantasy and Ash now, and I'm very glad to see it because that's a beautiful name, a beautiful clan. But now going into game 2, let's stop talking about clans here. I think we're looking at a whole different Swada here. He's on the Sidra. Swada on the Sidra. I know we know him for the sword. Cannon?
Oh no. Oh no, what is going on, man? Bartu, stop the end lights! I've been seeing 6 end lights from you in a row. Don't think we don't notice. I'm seeing your devious practices.
He's just going for those team combos, and they work! It works! Swada down to a 2nd stock right now. Everyone else very close to going down as well. But right now, Bartu Pavelski in a bit of a lead. Swada looking for the kill on Bartu there. Pavelski does manage to make it back. Amazing way of saving himself there with the Nair on Sarman. Just get the knockout 2v1 situation here, but Swada does not fear. He knocks out both of them in the 1v2.
Completely even across the board right now. The double cannon is doing very, very well so far. Endlight's coming out, not able to get that much going though. They have the stage control, but I mean, Pavelski and Bartu, they're so good at maneuvering around him, it don't even matter.
Oh, for sure. And I'm looking at Pavelski right now. I'm not sure if he's realizing that he's in loser's bracket. When I'm looking at Pavelski, I just see him going in. Are you seeing this? Pavelski keeps it going. He keeps going and going. I'm not sure if he even cares that he's in losers. He's just going in. He's showing why he's so flashy. And Bardo is just there to support and get those team combos going. They're really giving us a show right now. This is a treat.
Sideline recovery coming out from Bartu, knocking him up. They need to find a KO here. They need to get a little bit of a lead. Pavelski is looking to get something off stage. Is he even aware that he is on last stock yellow? Why is he going for that D-Sync? He could have been KO'd within seconds.
Pavelski's an entertainer, man. I understand why he's such a popular content creator. This is pure joy to watch. And Bardu, let's talk about Bardu real quick. Still on his 2nd stock, and right as I say that, he does go down. 1v2 situation for Bartu here. Sarma, Swata, I think we might be seeing a beautiful team combo here.
We could be seeing a beautiful team combo here. You see, they're looking for it. They're able to find the first hit. It's a dare, though, so I could only imagine that it's improvised. But it looks like it's not. Jesus Christ, what was that? Someone call Swerve to that. Needs to be uploaded to Twitter immediately. He's all the way down at red, and there's the KO.
I am in awe of what I just saw, Paulie. That was a lot of endlights. I thought he would DI at some point, but they expected the DI. He caught that N6, sadly didn't get the finish. I have not seen a combo like that before yet.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That was not okay. Let us do D-Light Sarah on Sword, you know, optimal KO. Just do the team combo that, you know, we're least likely of missing. No. That's just okay. I guess we just try. You know, we bounce him around a little bit, see what we can do. You know, just press some buttons on your keyboard. It is what it is, and they just end up creating a masterpiece.
Oh, for sure. And Swada Sarma really showed us just now and then that it's not only Pavelski here that is a pure entertainer, and we are seeing 2 world champions on the screen right now going head to head. They are meant to put on a show for the viewers right here and now.
1-1 on the scoreboard, so Pavelski and Bard is still in the game very much. There's the KO coming out. Both sides, Swada and Pavelski going down. It looks like Sarmay is going to be taking down Bard as well. Knocked him out at least. Now they're extremely separated, creating a pseudo 1v1 situation. This is very bad for Pavelski and Bartu. They went from pretty much an equal situation to now being quite a lot behind just because they weren't able to stick together. Beautifully played by Swada and Sarmay.
I think they heard us. Holy, I think they heard us when we were talking about Pavelski and Bardu for so long. They are doing amazing right now. So much team play, so many team combos. It just keeps going. Are you looking at this lead that we're having right now? This is
a massive lead from Sarmay and Swada. I don't know what it is, but this double cannon pick is going incredibly hard right now. Pavelski is able to find that KO though. He's not gonna be able to get back, but with the help of Bartu, he will survive it nonetheless.
This is an exact mirror of game 1. Last time, Bartu Pavelski were 4-stocking Swada Sarmay. Now it's the other way around. We've done a full 180 here, Paulie.
Full 180 indeed, and I can only imagine there will be a legend swap now. Pavelski. Oh, I didn't see. Did you see?
I did. Pavelski's on the Mordex now. The character that we know him for. Level 99 Mordex.
I was gonna say, if we see a Tesca, I'm gonna lose my mind, but hey, we'll take a Mordex. That's still good enough. Bartu also on the Val. Don't overlook the Val. This Val pick is extremely strong coming out from Bartu. Still has those gauntlets. Super good weapon right now in a 2v2, but with the additional help of the sword here.
Now, I don't know if this defines the meta in 2v2 right now or not, but I'm seeing 3 gauntlets on the field. I think that might be the best weapon in 2v2 right now.
Listen, I think it's very cringe to argue about meta while casting, but I will say, gauntlets are you know, they're okay.
Ah, what?
What is happening, Pavelski? That's your teammate! Pavelski just running around. He sees red. He doesn't know how to attack. Why you look like enemy? He says, and then he starts comboing him.
He started on the opponent, and then he kept going on Bartu. He did not care. He saw that he was hitting someone, and he just went. He went in and went in. Now, Bartu is as damaged as you would expect him to be after that, and Swada already on a second stock. I didn't even see him get knocked out, but right now, Pavelski Bartu in the lead again after 2 rough games in the last few. I'm looking at a lot of offstage right now, Paulie.
Looking really good so far. Massive combos coming out. Bartu doing a great job establishing the stage control that he has here. Pavelski finding the Seer, getting back and getting the KO. Going absolutely bonkers right now. What is happening? They haven't dropped a stock yet.
This is gorgeous. Did you see that wake up by Pavelski? Did you see that is so beautifully spaced. This is gorgeous. They're all going in. It's beautiful gameplay right now. We do not have a breather in between. I am at a loss for words slowly.
I'm definitely at a loss for words. What it's that bad? I can't process what's happening right now. Bartu still doing such a great job at just keeping stage control here. I feel like that's the massive difference here. The Bartu sword combined with Pavelski just going absolute rampage is such a good combination because Bartu can keep that stage control. He can make sure they have an advantageous position. Meanwhile, he's just like, Pavelski, go do your thing. And he just kind of runs around like a rabid dog, attacking everything in his sight and makes all the stocks drop.
Paulie, out of the 4 games we've had so far, this is the 3rd 4-stock. These teams are not giving each other an edge. If they have the lead, they're not giving it away. We've only seen 1 close game out of these 4 so far. I think going into game 5, we either see another blowout or we're seeing the 2nd close game set. And Bartu's on Hattori.
I mean, again, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Hattori is an even better pick. You have the sword to establish the stage control, and in my humble opinion, Spear is probably in a 2v2 the best weapon at stage control, because you're just able to absolutely isolate out an entire part of the entire map, because you can always just come forward and do dash end light, dash end light, dash D light, jump nair. You're able to knock them away, make sure they can't be close to you, and that's gonna give Pavelski even more space with this scythe here.
Now, I'm looking at Swada Sarma right now, right? They're both on Sword Legends. Swada on the Suri, which I'm not used to seeing from him. I was more expecting like a Bodvar or something along those lines. Sarma on the Bell, still his beloved gauntlets that he has so much playtime on. But now we're seeing 3 swords on the field instead of 3 gauntlets. And I think they saw what Bardo was doing last round. They realized the stage control that you've been talking about that entire match. And they realized they could pick sword themselves and get that stage control that they were lacking.
To anyone here that follows Swada on Twitter, you will know that for a period of time, I don't know if he does it as much anymore, Swada would run around on Twitter and just reply to random people and give them advice on how to play different weapons. Whenever he gave, I think it was, he gave some top players some advice on Katars, and they were like, do you even play Katars? So Swada, I think, told them he has like hundreds of levels on Katar Legends. Swada knows how to play Katars, man.
Quick shout out to Swada's Twitter there, I see. We are in a rough spot for Swada Sarma right now. They did not get the finish on Pavelski there off stage, but Swada is so close to going down to his last, and he does, right as I said. Caster's Curse is real. Bardo Pavelski not really engaging there off stage, only Pavelski daring to fight them off stage, as he is so good over there. Bardo keeping that stage control, forcing them to stay there with Pavelski. He is confident that his teammate Pavelski can beat either of those in that field.
Good Nair coming out, keeping it extremely competitive right now. Getting there by Swada though, doing a great job. Swada's just absolutely popping off, but they're still so far behind. Side sig, that's going to help quite a bit. And what are they doing? That's another KO already!
I've been saying this all set, I'll say it again. The offstage play on both sides here is gorgeous. Swada close to being out of the match, out of the set here, maybe out of the tournament in case this goes not their way, but he is holding on and he's doing a great job at staying alive. A bar to Pavelski, really looking for that KO on Swada now, or those 2v1 situations against Sarma that happen because Swada is too worried about keeping himself alive, but so far we're not seeing that. Sarma, Swada doing a great job at building up damage, and what are they cooking in this pot right now, Polly? What is cooking?
Side zig coming out there, Pavelski with the offstage, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen, Bardo and Pavelski are going to be sitting in the bracket, which means that Swada and Sarma are knocked out.
Yes, sir. Sarma, Swada out of the tournament, Bardo Pavelski moving on, and I believe the next set we will be watching is Machete Solarson versus Simple Heisen, an old team right there. Simple Heisen have been teaming for years. They did leave each other for a while, but they're back together and I'm here for it. Though both are, especially Hammer, is not in that good of a spot anywhere right now. But we might be seeing something else aside from the double Bodvar that they're used to running.
Very possible. And we are going to be seeing next up Machete and Solarson going up against Simple and Heisen.
Yes, sir. Simple Heisen, as I said, very established team, have been teaming for years, amazing placements. I don't think they won a tournament because they were teaming during that very dominant Agno Blaze era, but they did come second multiple times, I believe. Or at least top 4, top 3. Machete Solarson, on the other hand, right? Machete Solarson.
Yes, indeed.
On the double Olgrim, which I have seen from them before. I am cutting out. Hello.
Yes, you've been cutting out. Stream should be able to hear you, right? But
I brought the microphone closer to me, which shouldn't be happening. I don't know what's going on there.
I think stream heard you the entire time, but I haven't heard Addy for the past like 10 minutes because on Discord his gate is so low. I'm just hearing.
I brought the microphone a little closer
for like the past 10 minutes. Oh, it is what it is. Technology is a funny thing. We're seeing right now Machete locked in on the Ulgrim, Heisen on the Mirage, and I assume that is Simple on the Macho Man.
Yeah, we still have Pavelski in the lobby, which if someone can, please let Pavelski know that he needs to make a spot right now.
There you go.
Yeah. And what is this name by Simple?
I don't know, man. Don't question it. Just go with the flow. It is what it is.
Okay. I believe from Machete Solarson, we will be seeing a double Ulgrim. Machete has been playing Ulgrim in twos for quite a while he was teaming with Fozy still. And Solarson is a very established Ulgrim player as well. I believe he's either close to level 100 or at it. I'm not entirely sure. The last time I got to cast Machete Solarson, they were playing double Ulgrim or Val Ulgrim, which I was immediately proven wrong. Solarson is on the Bryn now. I'm happy to see it.
I mean, Solarson in 2v2, you know, Solarson is able to play a lot of different legends. We've seen them a lot on that Lance, you know, with the Ulgrim, with the Sir Roland that they were on for the longest time. This time around, though, opting to, you know, stick to that axe and going over to the spear. Again, spear extremely favored right now in the meta. Very understandable decision. I am still a little bit, you know, I'm still very, very fascinated by this Mirage pick coming out from Heisen.
Yes, sir. Now, Mirage on Heisen, I'm not entirely sure how well he's able to play Scythe. I don't see Heisen in 1v1 too much, and Scythe I see more as a 1v1 weapon, but so far he's doing greatly, and they really did a great job at focusing out Machete there, as he's already on his second stock with it after 30 seconds of the game. And now they're going after Solarson a little bit more, but Simple does go down there. I'm getting a bit confused because of his name. We're looking at a fairly even game here. Heisen going down to the DC there as well. 2v1 situation. Simple sitting off stage as to not let them get value out of that. And Heisen is just poking. Poking.
Solarstone still with the stock advantage. I'm gonna jinx him real quick. He's gonna drop that right now. Simple and Heisen trying to get some 2v1 action onto Machete. Not able to get that much damage, but they don't even need to. He's all the way down to red already. So Larson is looking extremely lethal this game though, Addy.
Yeah, going into this game, I didn't expect Solarson to be the man of the hour, you know, or the man of the match. But so far, he's been proving me wrong and really showing that right now he's in the zone. He's doing the most that he possibly can. Maybe he can do more. We don't know. Solarson knows that the best himself. But he is the only person left on his second stock, and he's playing amazingly. A lot of damage output, doing the KOs, just supporting Machete the best he can.
Oh my god! That's a brutal KO from Heisen onto Solarson. Jesus Christ. Like three, near recovery, exhausted recovery, and you're just out. You're finished.
Now, that does look quite easy, and if the person doesn't have most options left on, against Spear, it is very possible to hit. But against top players like these, what Heisen just did there is a lot harder to confirm than you'd actually think. Because they know exactly how to play around that. They've been playing around that for years. And it's quite incredible when pro players land something that you would think is simple because of how used the pro players are to playing around it. And we're seeing Heisen Simple win game one here. I honestly, after the leads that Machete Solarson had, I was expecting them to take this one. But Simple and Heisen are beasts when it comes to consistency, which is what I think put them on top in that game right there.
Yeah, 100%. And we're seeing the first battle boots of the evening, Addy. And to be completely honest, are we even surprised that it's Machete picking Teska? Like, are we even surprised? Are we even supposed to pretend? Of course it would be Machete. This guy, he knows how to play every weapon in the game. He probably knew how to play battle boots before they were released.
Most likely. I could see him just labbing it at BCX. And, oh, I had to hold my breath there for a second. Heisen almost going down within the first 10 seconds of the match. I am not surprised to see Machete on the Tesca here. As you might know this or remember this, I am in the same clan as Machete, where we have monthly in-house tournaments. And Machete does participate in those, and he has been playing the Tesca ever since it came out and bringing it out in those tournaments. And he's been doing amazing, and I don't see no reason for him to not play the Tesca right here and now, since it's tournament legal.
We haven't seen those battle boots come out just yet, though. Simple and Heisen are going to get a lead here. Very small one, but it is still definitely a lead. Sidesy coming out, that's going to be a beautiful KO. Could have been a second one, but Heisen is going to be able to get out of that.
Yes, sir. And so far, Heisen is holding on to his first stock for quite a while. He's very, very damaged, and he's just putting out more as he's holding on. Both Machete, Solis, and offstage there does go down finally. It's quite a strong lead here right now. I think Machete and Solis really need to step it up here. And I've been talking about how Simple and Heisen have those have the consistency going, right? Simple, Heisen are beasts at consistency, while Machete I see is more of a momentum player. When Machete has momentum, he's unstoppable, but if he's still trying to gain it, that is when you need to go in. That is when you need to win the set and not let it go to where he has the momentum, because then you might get reverse 3-0'd.
Machete having a hard time right now against Simple on the offstage. He gets the recovery, he gets the dare. He just needs to get back to the stage right now. Heisen is giving him a really hard time now as well. And one thing I do want to quickly mention is that, of course, a lot of people are going to be favoring battle boots in this tournament because a lot of players might not be super used to the weapon with. But what we're seeing in this game is that fires both ways. So Larssen is running into a couple of these signatures coming out from Machete. They come out very quickly, and we just don't have the muscle memory to recognize Tesca signatures in a millisecond because, you know, he's been out for not that long.
Yeah, I think what I'm seeing from Simple and Heisen here so far is they're very used to Tesca, seemingly, because they did not struggle at avoiding anything Machete was thrown out there at all whatsoever. And if I'm thinking about it, it does make sense for Simple to be very used to Tesca, because Simple is such a spacing-heavy player with how he has played Boat War for years and then all that micro-spacing, etc. He's probably one of the best players at adapting to a new weapon.
Yeah, for sure. And we are seeing the players stick to the same weapon here on the red team. Machete, on the other hand, going over to the Sidra. Cannon, in general, very, very popular throughout this entire weekend.
Yes, sir. I'm honestly surprised. I was queuing twos the other day, and I saw a lot of Sidras there as well. I don't know if that's, like, the secret best pick now or whatever, but I was seeing a lot of Sidras. And, honestly, I can understand it. Cannon is strong, Sidra has amazing signatures. I'm more surprised that we haven't seen her as much so far yet, and we're going back to, Machete was tricking us there a little bit, having us talk about Sidra. He is back on the Olgrim, Solis is back on the Brynn. We are seeing the same character picks that we did in Game 1.
Yeah, you know, trying to keep it funky fresh with that Tesca pick. You know, it's kind of a shot in the dark. You don't really know how well it's going to work. It was at least worth a try. You got fairly close, but they're gonna go back to their comfortable composition here to try and take down Heisen and Simple here. This is the time that they need to do so. This is the last shot they've got. If they lose this game, they're out of the tournament.
Oh yeah, that is scary. And they're currently down 0-2. Last game, last shot, as you were saying. That is dangerous for them. So I'm surprised I'm not seeing the Val that I saw from Machete so often, or Steven Universe more rather. I think it was, what's it called? Stefani? I think it's called Stefani. The Val crossover from Steven Universe. That is what he plays in 2v2 usually with Solis, and I'm surprised not to see that, as he has been switching around the character a little bit back to the Olgrim now. I was saying Machete is a momentum-heavy player. I was expecting him to switch around a bit more to try and find that momentum, but now he's back on the Olgrim, and it's doing bits right now, as the game is totally even right now, if Heisen and Solisson do not knock each other out there, and he does build up a lot of damage on Heisen, knocking out Simple. Slight lead from Machete Solisson here. Heisen getting ground pounded offstage. That is dangerous. Solisson does
What is
get
that?
in the way.
The ground pound hit, but it went nowhere. He got stopped by something. I didn't even see what he got stopped by. These are some dude, these shenanigans. These shenanigans are too much for me to handle, Addy.
I don't know. When it goes off stage, it's just so hard to handle all the stuff that's going on in pro play because they're all so quick at playing off stage. They're so used to doing it. And right as I say that all that off stage stuff, simple gimping Machete there. He does not make it back with the lance, even though it has so many options to get back to it. And we're still looking at a fully even game here. Who do you think is going to pull ahead right here and now, Paulie?
Completely evened out so far. Hyson are doing great work on this scythe. Recovery could have been lethal onto Machete. If he goes down here, I think it's a done deal.
Oh yeah, for sure. If Machete does not manage to hold onto a stock, and the caster's curse today is strong, Paulie. The force is strong with this one.
Hey man, I don't curse. I bless. Okay, I'm not blessing Machete. I'm not cursing Machete. I'm blessing Simple and Hyson.
You need to start talking more about the stock situation then, because every time I've mentioned anything about someone holding onto their stock, they've gone down. You need to start mentioning stock situations more, because if I do it, they're out.
All right, Hyson's about to lose a stock. Just wait.
Oh. That means he will be holding on to it for the rest of the match, and I am reverse cursing it there. I am big brain. I do want to see a clutch here from Solisson because I do not want this set to end yet. That is my boy, Machete. But Machete Solisson out of the tournament 3-0, and that was quite a convincing 3-0 as well.
Yeah, that was, you know, as we said earlier, you know, with TM and Delta taking down Zyder Kresu 3-0 earlier, I said that, you know, it's a 3-0 on a Start.gg, but we all know it was way more than a 3-0. This was a 3-0 on Start.gg and a real 3-0. This was like really a 3-0. Machete and Solisson, still, they played excellently. They've beaten a lot of really good teams to get up to this point. Not just quite so strong enough to take down Simple Hyson yet in this bracket. And oh man, look at that. That's a Brawl League avatar.
Ooh.
Crew battle, so we gotta guess the 2 letters. Maybe it's CB. if it is CB, awesome. People are gonna think I'm leaking it. I don't know what these are, man. I promise, I have no idea.
Yeah, CB is a good guess. I would assume that since crew battles, I don't know if we're talking
or
about
3v for 3v3.
Yeah, maybe, but we're talking about. Are we talking about the normal clan battles here? Because those are 5v5, so it could be 5v5.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. If someone gets it, if someone in chat gets it, please tell me what it was. Now I'm way too curious.
It was CB Polyunary. Hey, you make it too easy.
I love this. You're making this way too easy, man. My intellect is far too large.
Oh man, Poly's too smart for you, Expire. What can I say? You need to step up your game.
I'm leaking it. My bad. Make the riddles hard. Just put up like a mathematical formula.
Now, going into the next set, we're seeing our boys here again. Bardu Pavelski, the pure talent man, versus Kresu Zyder. Going into the set, I don't know what to expect. These are two very opposite teams.
Keep in mind, Zyder and Kresu had a very, very tight game against the team that is currently in the winner finals. So, I mean, that is very, very telling right there. I'm gonna very quickly check who Bardu and Pavelski went down to, if there's anything else to learn. Oh, I can actually go to top 16 now. Very nice. So, they actually, looks like they went down in pools.
Oh, wow. They made an insane losers run then.
Yeah, in pools, they went down to TM and Delta, and TM and Delta is the team that Zyder and Kresu almost beat. So, I mean, it's a reach, but with that information, you could kind of assume that Zyder and Kresu are the stronger team here.
You can never say that, because it's more like a matchup based at this level and how used they are to each other, right? And we know Pavelski, he just goes in, he does not care, he's an entertainer. while Bartu is like the pillar that's supporting Pavelski. Meanwhile, Zyder Kresu more of the polished 2v2 team. They go for those follow-ups, as you can see, versus TM Delta, and they really focus less on those 1v1 situations, and especially not as much offstage. So if Pavelski forces them offstage, that might be rough.
Oh yeah. Pavelski is already going for it! The ground pound! The dude, he's not gonna hit it! He's gonna be able to get he gets another hit. Zyder is not allowed to catch a break at the ground pound! He was off stage, I think, for pretty much 35 seconds in a row!
What did I say?
Man, Zyder is just like, wallahi, I'm finished. He's so down. He was not allowed to be on the stage whatsoever. And here he goes again. The nair, the sidelights, the nair, the weapon throw, the ground pound!
Pavelski! What is happening?
Oh.
Zyder is not getting to play the game right now. Pavelski is just taking him off stage and it's over. That was gorgeous. Did you see that GC sidelight nair off stage with the gauntlets? And that was a crazy option select.
Well, you know what the most painful part is for a player like Pavelski? Look at the stock situation. That didn't even make that much of a difference. It's really sad.
For sure, but Zyder and Kresu are still calm. Zyder is not worried about those offstage interactions as they pulled off a great team combo there. But I'm just gonna quote the chat here real quick, right? That happened during the last set as well. Go Pavelski, go Pavelski, go. He's just going in. I'm loving it. This is entertainment, and I'm seeing all those team combos from Zyder, Kresu, all the offstage from Pavelski. Bartu being that safety pillar, amazing stuff. We're in a 2v1 situation versus Kresu right now. Are we seeing a team combo here? Are we seeing another offstage play? We're seeing a team combo. Can they finish it? It is looking gorgeous. He does not get the finish, sadly, though.
DC would have been massive, not able to connect it though, and Kresu, it's looking extremely grim for him right now. We've seen Kresu pop off in a couple of 1v1 situations. What was that? What was that? The bonus, the angle, and Kresu's still not down! And he goes for the combo, he goes for the dare, he goes for the flash! What is happening? Hold your breath, hold your bets, ladies and gentlemen, it's not over yet! Alcuon has been hovering over, finished the prediction for like 55 minutes. He's not able to do it. He thinks the game is over at 10 different occasions. But they keep debating us.
They're messing.
Oh, okay.
They're doing this on purpose.
Jesus Christ. No, there's no way they're doing that on purpose. There's no way.
Nah, they're messing with us. They gotta be. They're bullying us casters. We're expecting the game to finish. Nope. Psych. Not yet. And I'm pretty sure this first game set the tone for the rest of the set. I think we're in for a blast here, Paulie.
This was the first game?
Yup.
I forgot that this was... Man, I'm finished.
I want this to go to game 5, Paulie.
Me too. Alright, we're jumping straight into it here. No legend swaps from the blue team. I actually just had a memory lapse, amnesia. I have no idea what the red team was playing before. Did any of them swap? Did Zyder maybe swap? Yeah, Zyder was on Orion. Yeah, it was on Orion. So we have one swap here from Orion to Koji. That's the only swap. And we saw Zyder on that Koji way earlier, and he was playing super strong on it. So I actually like this. I like this swap a lot.
Yeah, I think Zyder over time has really. He's not a one-trick, as to say. He doesn't have only one weapon that he picks, but he has that like little bit of a weapon pool that he has as a go-to, which is like sword, guitars to some extent. I see him on the Suri quite often in 1v1 tournaments, and spear especially as well. Zyder's very good at spear, so him picking that sword here is the good old reliable for Zyder. I think he was looking at that last game, getting gimped 2 times by Pavelski, and he thought to himself, I need some more consistency in this.
Looking super good right now for Bartu and Pavelski. Sides are gonna be big. Resug finds the punish though. Dangerous situation. Bartu doing a good job, you know, keeping them busy so Pavelski can get back up. Nice D-Sig, throwing him off. And all of a sudden, this is a completely reverse situation. Let's go.
Now, Bartu is still holding on to his first stock here. The damage otherwise is very even, but this could still go in the way for the red team and the right. I'm just jinxing it today. If they get Pavelski here onto his last stock, they have a 2v1 situation, which if you're at the top level, no matter how far behind, even if you're just one hit away from being out of the game, if it's a 2v1, it's possible. Because you have those 2v2 combos prepped, and you are very much able to... the Jinx today is so strong. They had a free combo there, and I was talking about how they have the combos prepped, and they mess it up. Holy help me. What
It's
am I
all
doing?
good, man. They still have the HP. I'm gonna go on ahead and bless Kresu and Zyder real quick. There you go, Pavelski dropping his stock.
Oh, Bartu playing amazingly here. I've been keeping
Oh no,
a little bit of an
Pavelski.
eye-
Oh no, I see the
Oh.
tomfoolery he's trying to commit, man.
Tell me, what tomfoolery is he committing?
He's committing to so much offstage. There's the side sig, finds that KO. Kresu's able to get the D-sig. This is a 1v1 situation. Actually, never mind, scratch that. Bartu has 2 stocks. I can't read numbers.
Now, this is the exact same situation we were in last game, and Kresu was doing amazingly in the 1v2 situation, but he was too far behind to actually manage to do it, and once again, same situation. Did get a lot of damage onto Pavelski, but was not quite able to finish that. We are going into game 3 with Pavelski Bartu being up 2-0, and me personally, I love Pavelski, but I really want Zyder Kresu to win this next one, because I want to see more games of these two teams.
100%, man. We're seeing Kresu and Zyder hovering over the legend picks now.
Woo!
We're seeing Zyder on the Hattori, and I can't even tell you how many flashbacks just ran through my head as he picked Hattori. The D-Light GCN6. The D-Light GCN6 on the sword. I'm already afraid. I'm afraid for Bartu and Pavelski.
That sounds like some PTSD there, Paulie. Have you queued into them one time too many?
I'm not queued into them. I've casted Zyder like 50 times, and he uses that so much.
Fair enough. You remember that weapon pool I was talking about last game? This is the exact weapon pool, like, part of it. That sword, that spear, that Zyder is so good at. I wasn't quite looking. What is the level of his Hattori? Should be very high, right?
I think I saw 70. I'm not sure what 70, but it was 70.
That is quite an impressive number. If you didn't know, at like level 75,
Oh my god, Bartu!
You're halfway to
Bartu
level
using
100.
the trick against them!
That is gorgeous. We're seeing a character mirror here between Zyder and Bartu, but they're really trying to not play those 1v1s. That was a dangerous situation for Zyder. Pavelski committed, but he did not get what he thought was a confirmed hit.
Haviri trying to hit the Yoinky's Bloinky, but it is going to be his own downfall. Going down, and this is a way harder code. This is way too hard. What are the producers doing? Guess four letters? That's like 1 in 20,000. Amphibian? What's an amphibian? I don't even know what an amphibian is.
Oh man, when amphibians, those there's amphibian cars, right? They can live both on land and in water. Amphibians.
I don't even know. Zyder, though, doing very strong here with this sword. He gets knocked off all the way to the right-hand side, though. Sidelight coming out. That is going to be them going down.
Yes, sir. And we're looking at a bit of a lead here from... Never mind. I'm just not allowed to talk about any situations of the game. I jinx it every time. Now, Kresu Zyder slightly ahead here. This is what I was hoping for. Maybe if they take this, if Zyder can hold on to his last stock instead of going down and letting Kresu play the 1v2 for the 3rd time in a row, we will be maybe seeing a game 4 between those two teams, which I would love to see. These two games are
Pavelski and Bartu,
so
they
exciting.
want it so badly though, but Bartu is starting to get very, very damaged here, and you can see Zyder going for him again and again and again, targeting him out, trying to get that stock off, bring this to a 1v1. Zyder though, all the way down in red 2 as well. Could have been a massive 2v2 combo, but the weapon throw from Bartu is going to clutch that out. They're coming out, super dangerous. Pavelski coming to the rescue. This is so tight, so many back and forths. There's the first KO. Now only Kresu remaining on the screen. The 2v2 combo is coming out. The Yoinky's Bloinky tech. D-Sig coming out, weapon throw, but Kresu is still alive.
I just want to point out, 3rd time in a row that we're in a Kresu 1v2 situation, and it was very close this time. 1 hit each, and he could have won that. but we are looking at a 3-0. Sadly, we will not be seeing another match between those two teams. This is the losers bracket. So now Kresu Zyder will be going home. They will go back to practicing for the Winter Championship, which is happening in February, right?
You were cutting out, and I cannot hear anything other than.
Yep, lovely. I was saying they're going back to practicing for the Winter Champs now, and I believe the Winter Champs was in February, if I'm correct.
Yes, 10th of February to 12th of February, if I'm not mistaken. Top tier sound effects. Thank you very much. Please do not clip that out of context. I will never get a casting gig again in my life.
The yoinky splunky, the yoinkity splunkity.
The yoinky sploinky, man. The yoinky sploinky is a legitimate strategy.
Can you tell me what the yoinky splunky is all about, Paul?
The yoinky, so you know how XQC uses the term juice for anything that's like good?
Yeah.
I use the term yoinky sploinky for anything devious, anything with a tone of tomfoolery, anything that makes you question reality, and anything that makes you facepalm and scratch your head at the same time.
I see. So, if anything goofy is being done, shout out Goofy, that is then the yoinky sploinky.
Yes. Yes, 100%.
Now, going into this next set, we're seeing Simple Heisen versus Agno Blaze. This is a matchup that we've seen time and time again over the past few years. And I think both of these
teams... This is giving me flashbacks, man. It's like we're returning back to simpler times when it was just Akino and Blaze versus Simple and Heisen in every single grand final. And now, many years later, we are back in elimination side of things, and only one team can advance from here on out.
Man, I remember back when Simple was still teaming with XC, or Link, and then he went on to Heisen, and I wasn't sure if that would work out because XC was a great support player for Simple. And then Heisen came in and just rocked his world, grand final after grand final, and they keep facing the same team. And right now, they're letting out some of that vengeance that they have piled up over the years. They are in the lead.
Yeah, we should stop this conversation before I start feeling way too old, but so far, very even game. Blaze having taken just a little bit more damage, but that's you can basically rule that out. This is a very even situation.
Yes, sir. And now that it's even again, I'm looking... Akino Blaze have been rocking that same team comp for the entire tournament, aside from the one time Blaze picked Raymond, I believe. Meaning Akino has been on the Kaya for the entirety of top 8, and he has been playing Kaya in the past major in 1v1 as well. Is Kaya that good still in 1v1 and 2v2, like both?
So far, it's looking like it. Akino, you know, he's a little bit down, but he's been able to make this pick work exceptionally well, not only yesterday, but also today. Nice dare coming out. Heisen now onto their last dog. That's going to be a 2v2 combo, and Akino and Blaze have a clear lead here.
Oh, man. Let me rephrase myself. It's not the character, it's just the player. The player is too good. Sometimes you really got to question yourself, is that the character? Or is that the player being that good? And I think in this case, it's Akino Blaze that are just that crazy at the game. And they get those follow-ups. They always bring it back when they're slightly behind. But right now, Akino in a tough spot. Does not quite die there from the recovery. But he is one hit away, keeping himself alive. Off stage, almost... He just reversed Simple. He just reversed Simple, Polly.
Now we're down to a final 1v1, Heisen versus Blaze. That Seer would have been the ender of the first game here, but Heisen is still in the game. He managed to find that sidelight. Good punish by Blaze though. Recovery could have been massive. He's so close to getting knocked out. He has to be so extremely careful, especially as Blaze picks up that axe. Gets even easier finding one of these KO options.
Now Heisen is getting very close here. He needs like a solid 2-3 more hits. If Blaze doesn't get that one hit that he needs before Heisen piles up some more damage, and he does right there and then. Blaze Akino taking game 1.
Akino and Blaze grabbing the lead here into the set, winning the first game. It looks like we're hovering over our legend picks for a very long time.
Yes, sir. Really Simple and Blaze thinking about it. They're chatting in chat as well about Axe Sair. Blaze is saying he could Axe Sair while playing blindfolded. That is a very bold statement, considering you need to actually consider where the people are. Or maybe he's saying Axe Sair is just that big that he's covering the stage. He doesn't need to know where they are.
I remember a simple time. I remember a time where we could get a Sair through. I remember a time where you could use a sidelight Sair and you can KO at orange. This was a time where I was very bad at the game, and now I am good at the game, and if that combo was still in the game, I would probably increase my elo by around 100.
Yes, sir. Sidelight Sair being true back then, that was the best kill option you could find on Axe because of how much force Sair had, and that sidelight, that stacked sidelight, just being the perfect setup for getting that early kill. Nowadays, I would argue Sair by itself, still a great move, still a great kill confirm. Every move on Axe has high force, or almost all of them, which is great for killing. But you gotta land those moves that have high force, because the ones that don't have high force are the easiest to land. So without that sidelight Sair, it's gonna become a lot harder over time to kill with Axe, I would say.
Now, to anyone in chat that's like, what are they talking so much about Axe Sair? Like, why do I see a wave of sadness, melancholy, and nostalgia as they start talking about Axe? We're both Brynn mains. Like, Andy is level 100 Brynn, I'm like level 90 Brynn. I've been following Blaze since forever, trying to analyze his Brynn. So, hey, we get a little bit biased, we get a little bit funky fresh. It is what it is.
Fun fact, I'm almost level 200 on Brynn XP-wise. Especially if you add up, like, the Smurfs half.
Okay, jumping into the second game, though, we are seeing the Brynn swap from Blaze.
Yes, sir, and we're looking at a whole different Blaze here. This is the Blaze that you were talking about, that you've been following for a very long time. This is the one that you were fanboying. I remember you being in voice chat like, I beg Blaze does well today so I can watch more of him.
Don't expose me like this. That's one step too far. That's before I was a caster, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
that's before I was. That's before I was a caster. I am a unbiased and professional. Nice Sair coming out from Blaze though. Like we have, like let's just be honest. Blaze is a very good player. Like I mean, Blaze, you know, his axe, it's looking very good. I'm not fanboying, you know. I'm just speaking objective truth. His axe is looking good now.
Yeah, Blaze is playing very well right now. He's holding onto his stock as the only person left on his first stock, and he's showing why he for the longest was considered the best player in the world in 2v2. Even Boomy and Sandstorm back at their peak days said so themselves.
Oh, massive ground pounds coming out from Simple, but Akino reversing the situation with like 18 in the dares, and how are they still both alive? But they're going to be going down. Jesus Christ, what is going on?
I don't know what just happened, Paulie.
That was a lot of play, dude.
That was a lot of unarmed dares, and 2 people went down. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but now Akino and Blaze are in a very big lead. Especially Blaze. Akino is close to going down to his last stock here, but Blaze is barely touched on a second. Simple Heisen are in a rough spot here, and I think they need Akino to be out of here so they can 2v1 Blaze, and even then that's rough to do because Blaze is so good at 1v2s.
Akino popping off on this Kaya right now, doing incredibly well. Being, you know, other than... they have so much HP, man. This is not looking good.
Ooh, Akino's getting close though. This is possible for Simple Heisen still. While Simple is close to going down here, 1 hit, Akino also very close, almost went down there, almost forcing the 2v1 situation against Blaze, but now it's the other way around. Now Heisen is in the 1v2 against Akino Blaze, and he does not manage to get Akino. Akino was like bonking his head a little bit under the stage, showing that he's not coming back up. He knows how many options he has, and Heisen just didn't have enough time because Blaze was menacingly approaching.
Insane second game coming out. jumping straight into the next one, I don't think we saw any more. I don't think we saw any more legend swaps. I wasn't able to see. They went past way too quickly. Sorry, going into game.
We do have a
yeah,
legend swap. We do have a legend swap. Simple is on Brynn now.
Okay.
He has
I'm all for it. The more the better.
I've checked Simple's page before, and I do believe Brynn is actually a second place level legend. So
I do believe so.
Simple is used to it. This is he may be a bit upset about Axer, who knows, but this is a pick that he's very much used to, and it's a very good 2v2.
There's Brawl League Avatar. Hint cooking. Letters are probably egg.
It's a POT, I think. It's 3 letters, it's cooking. What is he cooking in that pot? If I'm right,
bro.
I'm right, it's egg. Okay. I think it might be pot.
Has to be egg. There's no way. Why would it be pot, man? Who thinks of pots when they think of cooking? I think of eggs.
I'm thinking.
What? He got that was so cheesy. I don't know what HP Akira was on, but that was definitely a yoinky sploinky.
Well, Agno's gone. Blaze is also gone. When did he get to his second stock?
Jesus Christ.
But I'm thinking, right, earlier in the chat we had some copy pastas about pots, so maybe that was based off of that. That's why I'm saying pot. But going back to this game, Blaze is in a tough spot right now. Simple switched over to that Brynn, mirror matching Blaze on it, and he's doing amazingly so far. Either Blaze just needs some time to adjust, or Simple is just that good at Brynn.
100%, man. Blaze is so deep here. Any attack should pretty much knock him out at this point. But he's doing such a good job at evasing all of these attacks. And Akino coming in clutch with the dare as well. Ser from Blaze. Beautiful interaction between those two players. And they have a very substantial lead now. This is looking so good for Blaze and Akino.
I am in awe every time I watch top 2v2 play, man. The positioning, the spacing, the way they time stuff, combined with the positioning, I just wish I was able to do that. It is so beautiful. Like, the combination, the synergy that happens here.
No.
Amazing pogos by Blaze.
Blaze! Stop! Stop! Let the man recover, please!
Oh!
This is madness. There's 3 spears on the screen. If you told me 2 years ago in 2023 Brawl League 2v2 tournament we would be seeing 3 spears on the same screen, I would tell you you're lying. But here it is. Heisen going down and Akino and Blaze 3-0ing on the scoreboard. They're advancing in the bracket.
It's been 3-0 already?
It's 3-0, dude. It's over.
I swear this was game 2.
I even misspoke earlier. I said we're going into game 2. I had to correct myself because it's game 3. It just went by that quickly.
Oh my god, that's amazing. And matter of fact, we were seeing 4 spears there. Because Simple, while he was out in that 2v1, he was also on Brynn. 4 spears in the Brawl League tournament. But after this set, we will now be heading towards a short break. Do you have anything to say, Polly?
Super good game so far. It's been an absolute pleasure to be on here. I, of course, want to thank you, my co-caster, Eagle Addy. I've had a great time casting with you. I mean, that's to be expected, assuming we're, keeping in mind we're bros, but it was really fun to be able to cast together with you. I think this is the first time we cast together on Brawl League. Really enjoyed it. Thank you so much to Brawl League for having me on, not only for today but also yesterday. We are going to have some other casters come on later, so you'll be in a very good company. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. I'm actually going to be doing a Brawl League avatar giveaway later today or tomorrow, depending on how slow Expired is. He's usually pretty slow, so it could be tomorrow, could be the next full moon. You never really know with him, but make sure to follow me at Polymonto. Eagle Addy, who are you and what do you do?
I am a goof man. I'm a joke man. No. I am real Eagle Addy on Twitter. Do follow there as well. I am also gonna do a Brawl League avatar giveaway, I believe. And yeah, that's about it. I stream sometime, like once every few months, and I tweet also once every few months. So if you want to see some random stuff, I'm your man.
Banger! Thank you guys for watching. Don't go anywhere because you will be joined up with new gameplay, new casters in just a moment. But until then, have a great time with the rest of the stream and the rest of your evening. And goodbye.
I am back for mid-season.
CSG, please, bro. Don't nerf Teros.
Remove Teros. Haha, Oz. You know, dog region.
I think Boom is any better player best name.
Yeah, it's definitely not SEA.
I'm the best player.
Oh, I rolled him. I rolled him many times.
Whether or not I'll be playing more after the tournament.
You don't want to miss this show.
to Brawlhalla. Hey, Kaya, what's got you down?
I just lost a match. What did I do wrong?
Let's talk battle strategies. I'll bet my friend here has some advice.
Ah! Snake Eyes!
Give him the old 1-2.
Yeah!
Call your animal companion.
Thanks, Snake Eyes. Any more friends with good advice?
Ninjas are everywhere, Kaya. Isn't that right, Storm Shadow?
Oh, Storm Shadow!
Watch your feet. Don't blink. He slices and dices.
So many ways to win. And now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Animal companion!
In person for the first time since 2020. Atlanta, Georgia, where players are born and champions are crowned. The community, back together again, live and in person. The Brawlhalla World Championship heads to Cobb Energy, Atlanta, Georgia, November 4 through 6. Players from all around the world will come together competing for the largest fighting game prize pool in the world. Players from over 15 countries represented. Competitors, talent, crew, and community. It's more than just a tournament.
Welcome to Brawlhalla Esports Year 7. Over $1 million will be awarded across the season, including 4 seasonal championships, unique pro player events, competitions around the world, a 32-player mid-season invitational, the first ever Japan Invitational, and the Omen Oasis Championship. The season ends with the Open Entry Brawlhalla World Championship, complete with new esports viewership rewards and the largest fighting game prize pool in the world.
North America has a new king. The current North American champion sits atop the ladder at rank 1, but his tournament play started from humble beginnings. Initially, Luna didn't see much instant tournament success, bouncing between 9th and 257th place. It wouldn't be until May 2021, when he teamed with Pugsy in the Spring Championship, that he would break the top 8.
Luna and Pugsy are out of the tournament in 7th place, a very respectable position.
Only being the first of many, Pugsy and Luna would take 4th in the Summer Championship, 3rd in Autumn, and 3rd at Brawlhalla's World Championship of 2021. After many tough losses and 2 months had gone by, Luna and Pugsy would take down top competitors such as Cody Travis and Phazon, as well as Sandstorm and Boomy. Luna really shines in singles, sharing a similar story of impressive improvement. Luna started not even qualifying for the World Championship of 2020.
And then Luna's gone, so like, that's it, right? Like, yeah, that's cap.
Yep. Placing around 257th and occasionally breaking top 24, Luna kept playing until he persevered. Having a breakout performance in the Winter Championship, Luna beat 3-time solo world champion Sandstorm and made it to the grand finals. Only 1 month later, he secured his first gold medal in the Omen Oasis Championship.
Luna is your Omen Oasis champion!
2 months later, he would win gold, again not dropping a single set in the Spring Championship. His success would carry over into the first in-person tournament in over 2 years. Luna was the first one to practice each day during the event and had the additional pressure of everyone expecting him to win.
People are looking at me as the person to beat, and yeah, I'm just trying my best for my first LAN.
Doubt would build as we headed into the mid-season championship. The LAN environment holds more pressure and the stakes were the highest they had ever been for Luna. After 2 days of waiting, it was time for the singles event to take place. After an entire day's worth of facing new opponents from the different countries, Luna would ultimately win the mid-season championship, as well as claim the title of best player in the world for a brief moment.
Any good KO move, Meg D might be done. His dreams might be dashed. You see Luna being very careful. He doesn't want to get punished. He's jumping around down air. He picks it up high enough. Luna is your mid-season champion.
Nothing this good can last forever, as Luna eventually hit a wall in the Summer Championship. Shortly after MSI, a shocking placement outside of the top 8 had fans worried leading into the Autumn Championship.
Oh man, the side left and stairs have been working. D-Light Cider comes through, and he gets the knockout. Experience gets the 3-1 over Luna.
However, we can say this for Luna, and to put worry aside, out of every player he's faced off against in the entire world, he has a winning record barring 1. Of the 66 games Luna has played against Java, Java has the winning record. Additionally, in 2021, Java was the one who knocked Luna and Sandstorm out of BCX.
Oh, the recovery off the top, and Java is going to take that one 3-0. He's going to send Luna packing with a 4th place finish.
Is it possible for Luna?
Hello, welcome to the stream again. Well, welcome back. You guys have seen an amazing first section of the Brawl League 2v2 Frostfight tournament sponsored by Brawlhalla. We are near the end here. But yeah, a familiar face as you've seen. Eagle Addy back with me casting. How you doing, friend?
I'm doing great. I'm getting a little bit tired.
Yeah,
Casting double blocks is a little bit exhausting, but
yeah,
I'm getting some energy, man. I'm looking over at the stream on my second monitor. I'm seeing that crisp camera quality of yours that I wish I had.
Oh, it looks a little, yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah, we gotta get pumped. We gotta get pumped. I just woke up. We gotta wake up. But anyway, yeah, we're casting top 4. I think this is my first time ever casting with you, Addy. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be the best. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Senketsu. Nice to meet you guys. And we're gonna get right into the game. We got Ted and Neasy, I believe. Love Neasy, love Neasy to death. And TM and Delta over on the winner's side of the bracket here. So, yeah, what do you think is gonna happen in this matchup?
Now, as Paulie likes to say, we had this discussion at the start of the top 8. Paulie is of the firm conviction that Ted is the best 2v2 player in Europe. We just don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, in my opinion, that's still Fozy, the best 2v2 player.
Oh, I love Fozy.
But he has been playing amazing so far. There's a good reason why he's in the winners finals. Nees and Ted complement each other very, very well. Nees being the aggressive, amazing 1v1 player that he is, while Ted is that amazing support player. They're a very well-rounded team because they complement each other so well. Meanwhile, TM and Delta, both very, very good 2v2 players, while Delta has a bit more of a showing on 1v1. They have been teaming for a long time and for a lot of tournaments, though they did take a break for a while. They have that synergy going. They get a lot of team combos, they get a lot of follow-ups. They're a crazy team synergy-wise.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah, going into this, I'm expecting a lot of team combos and a lot of hype.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I just woke up. I need some energy in my life right now. So hopefully we see some great team combos and exciting gameplay here in the top 4 winner side of the bracket. I'm looking at blue team. I'm looking at TM and Delta, and I just don't like any of those characters personally. But I'm ready for the red team, but no bias. Anyway, let's get into the game. I didn't get to see what that map was, but we'll see here shortly. I don't know if you caught that, but here we
Demon
go.
Island.
Demon Island, perfect. That's exactly what I didn't see. But we got TM and Delta. Rock starting off pretty strong unarmed, getting some hits in to Nees and Ted here. Sorry, I was just reading the name. But yeah, 2v2s are fun to cast, man. It's there's so much going on, dude. It's just it's so chaotic, but it's like at this level it's very organized, you know. So we see Delta pushing up Nees here, separating the two. It looks like again Ted has a ton of damage on him right now, and he almost gets taken out right here. Oh, Nees actually takes out TM here. Oh, he tries to go for the save, but doesn't quite get it. It's pretty even on both sides here.
For sure. One thing we do want to point out that this is the last like big tournament event, as far as I know, before Winter Champs.
Yeah.
So all the teams that we're seeing here today are probably going to be teaming for the Winter Champs as well. So the performance here today is a good last check for them, a good last big practice in tournament setting, which I think they're all going hard here. Like they're all going like this is a major tournament and not a just any community tournament. So we're seeing peak performance here. And so far, I want to point out Delta. That's my boy. He played Barbara in a major tournament as well. Best skin in the game, no cap.
Nice. Yeah, you don't see much of that. You don't see much of Barbara.
He's holding on. Look at the damage he's on. He's the only person still on his second stock, and he is not touched.
Yeah, he's using that power of behind soul to really just knock around his enemies right here. But Ted going crazy with the gauntlets right now. Rocket Delta, oh my gosh, what is happening at the top of the stage right there? Now it's a 2v1 situation for the blue team. That was absolutely insane. Delta gets carried up with the gauntlets, but turns the tides and is able to take out Ted there. Wow, that was very well played by Delta. We're in a 1v1 right now, but look at the stock advantage, Addy. Oh my gosh. Very well played. Very well played.
What is he
Jeez.
cooking?
What is what is happening? Oh my god, that was insane. Did you see that? Did you see Ted carry Delta up there and just get punished for it? Delta was just like, nah, you can't take me up here. I'm gonna recover and take you out. Wow, that's insane.
God, this was amazing. Delta
Very
just came in. He said, "Your stock hippity hoppity. That's my property."
Oh no. But yes, all right, so we're getting into game 2 here. Game 1 goes to Delta and TM on the blue side. They won with an astounding lead. TM tries to get back on stage. Nice cover from Delta. Back on Demon Island as well. More damage stacked on the blue team, however, this time. And TM it feels like he's getting a little bit focused here. I don't know, Eddie. I don't know. Who do you think is going to take this one? Oh my god.
Oh, man.
He's hunting, bro. He's hunting.
All I'm saying is Delta got some very convincing arguments right now.
I know. Oh, okay. Good punish from Ted there over on Delta on the right side of the map. And Knees with a follow-up KO on the other side as well. So, for the first time in the set, Red Team is looking like they're in the lead.
Ooh, that is gorgeous setups by Delta right there. TM sadly being hit by Knees there on the other side of the map, so he's not able to convert it. I saw him move towards it. He really wanted that follow-up. He did get the kill anyways, Delta is, but he did end up getting some damage from Knees. So now Knees and Ted are slightly ahead comparably to the last game. But the thing you can never count out with Delta and TM is they're so good at setting up those big hits, that big damage, those team combos, that no matter how far behind they are, it just takes 5 seconds and click-clack, your lead is gone.
Yeah, exactly. And we see a perfect spacing out here from the red team. Knees and Ted really separating Delta and TM a lot here. Delta just on a fresh stock. It's even stocks right now, but TM gets quickly taken out there. Very well played. Ted trying to hold on to his second stock here as long as he can. But Delta's trying to take it from him. Yin chasing
Oh, Delta
him.
going under. TM going down in
my
the yellow.
gosh.
TM just went down very early against Knees. That is amazing offstage by Knees right there. We're just seeing these two teams go head to head. They're just blasting. They just come out, they blast. They're ready to go. I'm loving this set so far.
Delta's so low right now. Gets taken out with the D-Light recovery. Ted was able to chase Delta under the map, completely separating him again from TM. He gets taken out in the yellow, like you said. So again, great team play from the red team here with Knees and Ted to really combat that first game in the set.
Now we're seeing no character switches here, so I think both sides are confident after those first 2 games that they are very much capable of winning the set with the way they're playing right now, if just 1 or 2 things go their way. Because just now we could tell the game was getting very even. Delta and TM were getting that grasp of the game a bit back a little bit, but then Knees came out and said no, 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 and just did a quick KO on TM off stage. I think what Delta and TM are really looking out for now is do not go off stage with Knees.
Yeah, Knees is a demon here off stage. Knees with the follow-up right there, or the assist, and another down signature on TM. That's the second one he's done on the right side of the map. Both players on the blue are off stage on the right side. Knees with the coverage, ground pound into the Sair. Beautifully played by the red team. Amazing. Blue team needs to really find their place here and kind of wake up and switch some stuff up, because the red team is going crazy right now.
Oh, for sure. But Delta TM knocking out Knees right there. They have Ted off stage. They sadly do not confirm the kill. TM was not quite positioned correctly there. And that is the biggest thing that I always notice at high level 2v2 is positioning. The way they position themselves to set up a kill, the way they position themselves to set up a combo, to set up coverage for each other, everything. It's so calculated and pro play. And it's the most gorgeous thing about 2v2, and it's so like underrated. An amazing offstage play there by Delta. That's why he's the GOAT.
Yeah,
Delta. GOAT!
Delta really denying Knees there. Entry back on the stage, hitting him with that unarmed down air and the weapon throws with the cannon. Very well played by Delta. Again, nice. Trying to go for a team combo there, but can't quite get it. Ted trying to get this edge guard and gets that recovery perfectly placed, and now blue team is at their final stocks. But as we see, Knees is also at his final stock in orange, in orange here. So this could potentially be dangerous if Nees gets taken out. We don't want to be seen in a 1v2 situation here on the red team.
Oh, for sure not, but this could go either way depending on how long Nees can hold on to a stock right now. You can see he's weaving and bobbing up in the air. He's really trying to not take that last hit, but Delta is so on top of him, just a menacing aura approaching Nees. If I'm Nees right now, I'm terrified.
Oh, Nees hits that side air. Very well played there. Again, I like you were saying, Nees with the bobs and weaves, man. He's not getting touched. People are hunting him. Blue team Delta almost gets that recovery, and the ground pound still trying to fish for that last hit on Nees. Nees trying to do the follow-up, gets punished. But there we go. Ted perfectly back-to-back gets that other follow-up with the recovery because yeah, they're playing out of their mind. They're playing so well. Their team play is very, very good on the red team. Blue team definitely really close. If they just got Nees a little bit earlier, they would have made that a 1v2 situation, and the whole match would have been different near the end there.
For sure. Just gorgeous play by both sides here. Nees holding on to his last stock for as long as he did right there was really the clutch factor in that one. If Nees went down any earlier, before the time TM went down, that could have gone the other way very easily with how good Delta TM are at that 2v2 combos.
100%, Addy, 100%. And we even saw Nees last round hit that side air as he was bobbing and weaving to get that knockout on TM as well. So not only was he dodging everything, he was aware of what he needed to do and get that finisher off on that other blue team member. So again, great team play, great awareness from the red team. And here we see that Nees is actually stacking a lot of damage here.
Now that's a lot of damage.
Wow. That exhausted recovery on the top of the stage gets Delta enough to the top of the map to get that early knockout. Let's see how long Nees can hold on to the stock.
I'm seeing high force signatures from Diana right now. I think this is why Nees plays Diana, because of those signatures that just can turn you around at any time. They swing you around. They have such high force. If you get hit by those, you might very well die in orange if you're at the wrong spot at the wrong time.
I agree. Yeah, those down six are insane from Nees. He's been hitting them left and right. Ted trying to play a little bit slower and group up with Nees here. Delta and TM trying to get back in with the double axe here. Very strong combination and a great follow-up with the recovery, and a ground pound takes out Ted. Even thoughts across the board. Oh man, I hate axe, bro.
Oh, but Ted just going onto his second stock, not even touched yet, and Nees, Delta, TM all about to go down to their last. Very convincing lead by the red team right now. That weapon was gorgeous setup, recovery. TM did not get back to stage, and we have more than a full stock. Oh, what?
Nees!
What happened?
Nees didn't touch the edge. Looked like he did, but he didn't touch. So SD comes up from Nees, and not quite what they needed. But again, everyone's on one stock. Ted is really good at holding on to these stocks. As we've seen the last 3 games, Ted's always been at the kind of like the stock advantage here. He's been holding. He's been doing great holding on the stocks. He got the last 2 confirms on the knockouts with the recoveries on gauntlets as well. So it's very well played from both sides.
Yeah, you can tell if you look at Ted right now and Nees, during that 2v2 situation before Delta just got knocked out, Ted was moving so confidently, just chasing after Team Delta, because he knew as soon as Nees went down to that last stock, they're gonna go after Nees. They're gonna try to force a 2v1, and Ted just knew that he could go in all he wants, while Nees was just taking them across the map. He was running like Usain Bolt right there, while still throwing out attacks. Because TM and Delta were so chasing after Nees, he managed to keep poking them out, do tons of damage, while Ted was applying pressure from behind. They really made a pincer tactic there onto TM and Delta, and they could not get out of it.
100%. Yeah, very well played from both teams there. As we saw earlier, the first match going to TM and Delta started off very strong, but Ted and Nees were able to really come back in the situation and completely dominate the set, the remainder of that set, I would say. Very well played, however. So TM and Delta are going to be moving over to the elimination side of the bracket, over to the finals, and Ted and Nees will be moving up to the grand finals position, sitting comfortably there while waiting for the winner over on the elimination side.
Now,
again,
we're moving on to the losers bracket now, and we're seeing Akno Blaze versus Pavelski Bartu.
Yeah.
Do you know Bartu?
I'm not. I can't say that I do. I can't say I've gotten the.
You don't?
Know, I don't think I do know Bartu. I would love to know Bartu. Bartu, I love you. But personally, I don't know this man.
You're
but
not ready.
Else here.
You are not ready for the set.
Oh no. Oh, no.
Bartu Pavelski so far this tournament, man. They have been entertainers every set.
Oh, yeah.
They have come in. They have blasted through. They have done team combo after team combo. They do not care. Pavelski just going in, Bartu keeping them there so Pavelski can do his thing. It has been such a joy to watch. I recommend, if you or the viewers in chat that haven't done so or didn't catch it, I recommend very much that you go back in the VOD or possibly on YouTube. I don't know if this gets uploaded or not. Go back and watch those Bartu Pavelski sets. They're so insane. They just went back and forth. So very well possible that Akno Blaze might be going down here to Pavelski Bartu.
Oh, really? Okay, because you know, Akno and Blaze is a very, very strong 2v2 team. They've got the most synergy that I've seen out of any 2v2 team, I would say. And Pavelski and Bartu, I don't think, you know, have they been playing a lot in tournament? I'm not too sure, but
not really, no.
I'm gonna take your word for it, man. I'm super excited to see this matchup. I know that Pavelski specifically is a people's person. He goes for those insane clips and all that stuff. So I'm ready to see it. And we see Tesca as well. So very awesome. Tesca and Val versus Akno's classic. Akno and Blaze's classic Kaya and Bryn here. So again, Akno and Blaze, I feel like, are the stronger 2v2 team here since they've played so much. They have that synergy. They've made those placements, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm not gonna count out Pavelski and Bartu just yet, especially with Battle Boots on deck right now. So let's see what happens here.
This is what we're here for. This is why Battle Boots was made tournament legal already. While for Winters they will be tournament legal, but they weren't made fully tournament legal yet, as the patch for them hasn't come yet. But that is being planned for before Winters. This tournament is more of it. Let's keep an eye out for what Battle Boots can do, how good it is. So we're really excited to see what we've came for. Pavelski bringing out those Battle Boots, and so far, amazing showing when he's been on them, but he is more known for those gauntlets. Pavelski has so much time on gauntlets that, like, Mordex, level 100, Cross, it's all out there.
He's insane on the Mordex, on the Cross. He's had his gauntlet practice on the Val as well. We know Pavelski has a really strong gauntlet player, so Tesca was made for this man, I feel. Great side air. Akno and Blaze still holding on to 3 stocks here in the first game of the set. Looking pretty strong. You know, they're still both in red. Oh, good end life from Pavelski to close that out. And Bartu with a neutral stick. I believe I didn't quite catch that, but great retake there. Great retake.
Now, Akno and Blaze, they're slowly realizing maybe they went into the set like, yeah, we're an established team. We always place high. We always place at least top 3 or close to it. Even if we don't win the tournament, which they have done for so long, they're such an established team. They maybe went into the set like, yeah, Bartu Pavelski, we'll do that easily. We'll roll that. We're confirmed grand finals. Now they're slowly realizing, hold on a second, Pavelski Bartu are insane. And
yeah, they're playing very well.
By the score, even match so far, they cannot take it easy.
The double recovery on Battle Boots there on both blue team members was insane to see, but it didn't do enough damage to take that knockout. Would have been, oh, the down air at the bottom of the stage, deep, getting that kill on Blaze, I believe. Oh my goodness, insane. That was a high risk, high reward play from Pavelski. If he missed that down there, he would have that would have just been the end of him. But he got it and is reaping the rewards. Now Pavelski with the combos off the side of the map gets punished by Akno's side air. Wow, Battle Boots is insane. It's insane to watch, man.
Now you're talking about high risk, high reward here. I think in that situation, Pavelski really knew he was 1 hit away from death, so he might as well take the high risk for the high reward, and it might pay off. So he just went in with the Battle Boots, trying to get an early stock off of Akno before he loses his to that 1 hit. Sadly, it didn't pay off. Sadly, we didn't get an amazing clip for the tournament highlights, but we got very close to it, and I think Akno is being very aware of the fact right now how good Battle Boots are off stage.
Yeah, this is a really close match right now. Pavelski gets taken out on the last stock, but look at the damage across the board. Ooh. Great follow-up there with the side air on Acno's part. Again, great synergy, knows exactly what to do, exactly how to follow up, but it was insanely close. Like, look at the damage here, and it could have been either or. It could have gone towards Bartu and Pavelski, and we'll see what happens in game 2. But wow, yeah, you weren't kidding when you were talking about how good Pavelski and Bartu are playing this tournament.
Oh, for sure. That was insanely close. 1-2 hits the other way. 1-2 hits going Pavelski Bartu's way, and they can win that game for sure. The second game might go the way, and we're seeing a little bit of a character switch here from Bartu, and from Pavelski,
and from Pavelski,
and from Blaze.
Interesting. A lot of differences. We see Pavelski on the Mordex. Pavelski on the Mordex, Bartu on the Cross. Cross is a great 2v2 character, I would say.
Oh, for sure.
Blaze switching from the Bryn over to Cross as well, so we see 2 crosses on the field here. Back on Demon Island. I wonder how the Scythe goes to play here. Tesca was insane to watch, so I'm kind of sad to see him go. I thought that maybe potentially they could get it, but Pavelski wants to get this win here. We know how strong his Scythe is.
You're thinking about how good was Scythe payoff here. Pavelski was playing the Mordex in the previous sets as well. And it just works so amazingly well because of how Bartu Pavelski play the game. As I've mentioned at the start of the set, Pavelski takes people off stage. That's what he's most confident in. That's where he's winning these games. That's where he makes the big plays. That's where he's being as we know and love him. And then Bartu just keeps people off stage, pokes them there, keeps the stage control, and it works out so fantastically, even though Scythe isn't that crazy of a 2v2 weapon as of currently. Because of the way they're doing exactly that. Because it gives Pavelski those 1v2, 1v1 situations off stage. And it just works out greatly. As you can see there, Pavelski finishing off Acno off stage, while Bartu finishes off Blaze on stage. We're seeing 2 separate 1v1s, but it's still a glorious 2v2 match that we're watching right now.
Yeah, very well played from Acno and Pavelski here. Pavelski with the punish on the D-Light ground pound off stage. Very, very well played. It's even across the board right now. Bartu a little less damage than others. But the Scythe, like you said earlier, it's not a great 2v2 weapon, but in the hands of Pavelski, it kind of works. It works because he's able to utilize that off stage, on stage, 2 side stakes in either direction, takes and separates the blue team here. And another side stick gets the knockout, but it doesn't. Not enough damage there, but Pavelski going for these sticks to finish off these stocks. A neutral stick from Acno takes him out though. The damage, I feel like it's so close. We're 1 stock down on Pavelski's side here, but look at the damage. It's anybody's game here.
Oh!
Wow, beautiful.
Did you see that side air spike upwards? That was gorgeous.
Insane.
I did not think that would kill, but it... Pavelski off stage, this is what he's confident in. Can he take both of them off stage? We don't know, but he does get out of it alive. A little bit damage, they're slightly behind. This is very well possible for the red team so far, as he takes Acno off stage again, does not quite convert, but he's building up some damage, while Bartu is trying to just stay behind, support Pavelski so he doesn't take that much more damage. Gets that amazing follow-up, almost cross team combos. That is a lot of damage building up right now. It's looking more and more even, while Pavelski's still a little bit behind. Acno Blaze are getting in the danger zone.
Wow. Yeah, that was amazing. That I saw a potential team combo up there. He went for the D-Light on the follow-up for the Nair. I thought it was so close. But there we go. Last box coming out from both team. The second match as well, like quickly after the first stock gets taken away finally on the red side, the second stock gets taken out right immediately after. Like they're in such good synergy there. One after the other just keeps falling. We see another character pick up here.
We see the Tesca coming in back, and we see Blaze on the bell. But let's point out, over those past 2 games here in winners finals, if you didn't know where we're at right now, dear viewer, Acno has been doing in both games around 600 damage, and in this one 6 KOs. Acno is doing bits right now. He's the MVP of this set so far. Really putting up the numbers, putting out the KOs, finishing off the stocks, and that's really what you need. But unexpectedly, from a Kaya player, the one weakness of Kaya that has always been mentioned when it came to Kaya is people saying she struggles at killing. And Acno, as good as he is out here doing 6 KOs with her.
Yeah, Kaya's been looking pretty strong, I feel like, recently. But Acno going crazy on Pavelski right now, but ignores him because he wants to help his teammate over on the other side. We see Blaze on the character switch too on Val instead of Cross, which is very interesting as well. So not only the Tesca mix up, but we see a Val here on Blaze's side. So no Bryn, No anything else. We got I feel like Val is super consistent, pretty safe as well. Nice recovery. Acno again getting another knockout there. You said Acno had 6 KOs in game 2. That is every single stock on the red side. That is that is insane. Oh! Beautiful play. Beautiful play.
That is what we came here to see. Some Tesca heat.
Yeah.
Beautiful team combo right there. Those signatures on Tesca, they may not look like they're made for utilizing them in 1v1 because of the way they first go up and then they slam down. It just looks like it won't pick up stacked or grounded. But you see how gorgeously that sets up for a 2v2 combo? It is amazing.
It was insane. Great neutral stick into the... I believe that was another neutral stick coming out from the Blasters. I'm not too sure. But, oh, nice D-Leg recovery from Acno to take Pavelski off the top of the map there. And a side stick to punish, but Blaze can come back easily, but gets hit with a recovery as well.
Now, Senketsu, I don't know about you, but we might be in Frostfight 2v2 2023 here. But I am catching heat. It's getting hot in here.
It's getting pretty hot in here with all these cool combos and insane plays. Pavelski at one stock grabs the neutral stick and finishes off Blaze there. Everyone's on one stock across the board here, but we can't forget that Acno and Blaze in the set is 2-0. So if they end up taking these stocks here, this could be potentially the last stocks Pavelski and Bartu have in the tournament.
But the game is still very even. Once again, like last game, Pavelski slightly behind damage-wise, but he is currently holding the Battle Boots, the big unknown that we don't know that much about yet, that we don't know everything about yet. And but the one thing we do know is Battle Boots can take you off stage, and it can take you away.
Yeah, for sure. 100% a side stick, unknowingly hitting Blaze on the right side of the map, barely coming back. A lot of the blue team members in the red. Bartu still holding on to the orange. A side stick missing. It's a 2v1 situation for the red team right now. Can they do it, or can Blaze come back and get the 3-0?
No, this is looking rough for Blaze right now, and he does go down right there. We are looking at a 1-2 for Pavelski Bartu. Now, this is possible. Every game so far has been very, very close. The first game has been close. The second game has been even closer. And now they finally win one. They've been edging themselves closer to that victory. Now they finally got it. Will they ease up here and maybe drop the next one? Or will they keep edging forward and now go for a lead?
Yeah, we see another character switch here coming out from Blaze, throwing away that Val, throwing away the Brynn, throwing away the Cross, and now we're over on Ulgrim. Every game, every match, Blaze has been switching off a character. And actually, no, Bartu's still been on the Cross. So Pavelski did a great job last match of holding on to that last stock. He's been at one stock the last match for a while, and it worked out for them. It worked out for them. They ended up getting to a 2v1. They got to finish off early on Blaze. But yeah, it worked really well. Every game has been close, so we'll see how this goes. Are we going to go to a game 5, or is it going to close out here?
No, dear viewer, no matter what team wins here, what team loses, we might be able to see these two games go head to these two teams go.
Oh, we got saved.
No, we don't. We're on loser side. I forgot that we're not on winner's side. This set has been so good that I thought we were on winner's side.
Wow.
Bartu Pavelski, if they don't win this game, will be out of the tournament, but they have the most amazing starts for this game 4 so far. And it's looking rough for Acno Blaze.
Yeah, that was an insanely strong start, so we potentially might even see game 5 here. Pavelski trying to come back on the right side, and neutral stick gets caught by the down air into the recover, or into the ground pound. Blaze. Great punish there. Can they take Bartu out too, though? And they do.
I take everything back. The Castus Curse is back that has been following me the entire tournament. It is not looking rough for Acno Blaze.
They started off very strong on the double gauntlets there. The neutral stick off stage, barely throwing him off the stage. Unfortunately, bringing him back in. Pavelski didn't want that to happen. Another stick. I feel like Miami Don't is really strong for Tesca. At least. Oh! The GC recovery takes both of the blue team members out. Perfectly played there on Pavelski. Great punish there and spacing. Amazing. A great lead over to the red side. Can they hold it though?
That is nasty, Senketsu. Are you watching what I'm watching?
I am
watching some nasty gameplay right now. What are these two doing to Pavelski?
The down air.
What is Pavelski and Bartu doing to Acno
Blaze? What's going on? Right now?
No, it's over.
Pavelski off stage on the Hello? What the? Wait, watch. Pavelski. Addy. Hello? What? Did this man just want me to offstage with the battle boots?
Yep.
Perfect showcase of battle boots in tournament play here before Winters. Is this what we're gonna see in Winter? Hello? What the heck? Dude, that was insane. Amazing. And we're going to a game 5.
Do you remember what I said before the set?
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's a clip and a half, bro. That's holy. That was insane.
Jesus
Very
Christ.
well played.
We're
You
going to game
can't
5.
catch Pavelski off stage, man, like that. When he's feeling it, dude, it's over. It's over, dude. Like he just wow, that was insane. I gotta go watch that again. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully that's in the replay.
The GOAT! The GOAT!
Oh man,
Oh my
what?
god.
What's happening? Are we playing Brawlhalla right now? What is this?
Well, we're playing the hype train.
Oh my
This is the hype train, dear viewer.
All right, so, Blaze
If I'm
going to the
watching a
Zol now.
tournament- If I am watching a tournament, I come here to watch stuff like this.
That was
Get me
very.
hyped. Get me excited. This is entertainment.
Yeah, we're back on Miami Dome too. Pavelski, I feel like this is a great map for Tesca. The sides on the map are pretty long too, and he can utilize the soft platforms for the neutral SIGs or for any SIGs on Tesca, which have I feel like a pretty big hitbox. But I'm not, I'm no expert. But here we go, Pavelski.
I think you're right about that. That sounds about right.
Pog. Okay.
No, we're looking
Perfect.
at a complete opposite so far, with Pavelski being the least damaged so far, considering that usually Pavelski's the one building up the damage first because of how aggressive he goes, and maybe we're looking at a plan change from Acno Blaze. Maybe they're trying to target on Ted now. Not Ted. Excuse me. It's been a long day. Maybe they're targeting out Bardo this time. Trying to ignore Pavelski, the aggressor, a bit more, and get that 2v1 against Pavelski whenever they can.
Yeah, great punish by Bartu there in a 1v2 situation quickly before Pavelski came back. A recovery quickly taking out Acno. Let's see what happens. We got double gauntlets on the red team. Acno trying to make something happen with a bow here. Great spacing, good separation on the red team as well.
Now, you talked about the character switch from Blaze, right?
Yeah.
He's on the Zol now. I think maybe he figured what they were lacking that last game was a hard hit to finish them off.
Yeah.
Maybe they weren't holding
yeah.
on to their stocks a bit too long, and Blaze thought to himself, what can I do to knock these guys out? What can I do to get those KOs? Zol, potentially 10 strength character.
Yeah, hardest hitting character in the game, right?
Oh man, don't get me started on those signatures of this.
Damn, the bouncing into the recovery, D-Light recovery, beautifully played by Bartu. This is looking very good for, red team here. Bartu holding on to that second stock, but it's deep red. It's anybody's game. We're in a game 5 situation here. This is tournament stock for whoever loses.
Are you looking at what Pavelski's doing with battle boots?
Yeah.
It's looking like he's been playing this game for this weapon for ages. It looks like battle boots have been made for him. Now he's
exactly. That is literally
very damaged.
The battle boots was made for this man. Oh, that's it.
Oh! It's a 1v2 for Bartu. If Bartu does not clutch up here for this 1v2, he will be going home for today at 4th place.
This is very possible from Bartu's side here, but Blaze and Acno have the best synergy I've seen in a team so far. Here we go, more damage stacking out. Actually, Blaze and Acno both in the red here. Oh, dang, the side stick almost connecting there. No follow-up from Acno off the side there. Addy, I don't know, man. It's intense. This goes to anybody here. I don't know.
I'm seeing Acno Blaze slowly getting closer to that KO. But they don't get it. Bartu was playing
close.
Amazingly, and once again, Acno, this time at almost 700 damage.
Bruh.
If we had a stats chart overall, like what damage numbers they've been doing, I think Acno just consistently has been doing around 600 or above every single game.
That was insane. That was insane. Like, I feel like that was insanely, like, so close, right? We were 2-0 in favor of TM and Blaze and Acno there, and Pavelski and Bartu is able to bring it back to a game 5 with insane combos, with insane plays. And every match was also super, super close as well. Like, they were all at one stock in the red. But I feel like at the end of the day, Acto and Blaze came out on top just with the consistent follow-ups, consistent damage and all that. And Acto doing a ton of damage. You said 600 plus damage every match too, and getting all those KOs as well. Was pretty important to them coming out on top. Very well played though from both sides. You were not wrong when you're talking about watching Bartu and Pavelski here in this set and going back into the VODs and watching these sets as well. I'm definitely gonna check those out after watching that. Insane. That Battle Boots 1v2 off stage was insane. It's still insane to me.
Now, quick caster bias right here. I am very, very, very saddened to see Bartu go right here in top 4. That is my guy so far. This tournament, I've been rooting for that for Bartu every single set he's played, every single game he's played.
Bartu.
That guy is so good, and I hope to see so much more from him in future tournaments.
Yeah, me too. Bartu did really great. Like, there was a lot of follow-ups that he did. He got a lot of insane plays as well with Pavelski. Hopefully we see more of Bartu and Pavelski in the maybe in the Winters tournament as well. Like you said earlier, this tournament right here, Frostfight 2v2, is a great indicator of what to expect, right, of Winters. You know, the pros are not going to be taking this lightly. They're practicing their picks, all that. We've only seen, from my knowledge, Pavelski playing Battle Boots. I don't expect to see any more Battle Boots in Winters here, but who knows? Who knows?
We saw a bit of Battle Boots from Machete in top 8.
Machete, okay.
No, he didn't get too far in top 8. He placed 7th.
Okay, so
we did see a few matches of this.
All right, yeah.
Who are we seeing now, Sengetsu?
We are seeing, I believe, we're seeing the losers final here with TM and Delta versus Acto and Blaze. So, you know, they're both really strong. They're both really strong duos here. I can't really tell who's gonna win. I'm kind of leaning over towards Acno and Blaze, just as how consistent they are, and you know, I love them. But but Delta and TM are also really, really great players as well. I know you've been rooting insanely for Delta specifically.
Yes, sir.
You know, so you know, it's gonna, I don't know. I'm rooting for Acno and Blaze. You can root for the Delta, but I think ultimately, like, it's still gonna be a very intense losers final here, and the winner of this gets to fight up against Ted and Knees in Grands. And we might, you know, even potentially see a reset, right? So maybe 2 or 3 more sets here.
Now, one thing I want to point out: both of these teams were knocked into losers by Ted and Knees, which are currently sitting in grand finals. Acno Blaze versus Ted Blaze versus Ted Knees, we saw at the start of top 8 and winners semifinals. They went to game 5, which sent Acno Blaze down to loser's side, which I believe was a reversed 3-0. Blaze and Acno were up 2-0 against Ted and Knees, and then they reversed it entirely after character switching to the double guns. And then in winners finals, we saw TM and Delta versus Ted and Knees. Also a gorgeous set, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know which of these 2 teams I want to see face Ted and Knees and Grands again.
Yeah, for sure. I no matter what, I feel like the winner of this set is going to be an insane grand finals matchup at the following sets. But it looks like we're getting into the game here in a little bit. We might have a little bit of technical difficulty here, but it looks like for the most part the picks, spoiler alerts, TM and Delta look like they are gonna stick to what they've been doing in the winner side here. And Acno and Blaze, I would assume they're still kind of hovering their characters, but I would just assume, you know, the Kaya and the Bryn. But
if you were paying attention to the lobby, the thing they were doing is everyone was on blue team.
yeah. Everyone was on blue team. Yeah.
I don't know
what's happening. There we go. I think we got the colors situated. Perfect.
Acno and Gali are saying mental damage before the game starts. TM trying to win the mental game before they even get going.
Yeah, it's you know, we're getting into the game now. It looks like TM and Delta again sticking on what they were doing earlier. Ulgrim and the Zul. And we got Acno and Blaze not hanging on the Kaya and Bryn. We're actually seeing a Kaya and Orion. I think it's very interesting and a testament to how good Blaze is in what a big character pool he has, right? He's not been playing just one character. He's been playing a different character from what I've seen in this top 4. Every single match he's been switching a character. We've seen Cross, we've seen Kaya, we've seen Orion, we've seen a ton of different characters as well. And you know, I think it works really well. They know how to play with each other despite the character changes, and we'll see what happens in this game 1. So starting off, we see red team taking a lot more damage here, TM specifically, but here we go.
Now I don't know if that was Delta's on heat today.
Yeah.
But going into this game, something I've noticed what Acno and Blaze do every time they start a set is they go into the set extremely confidently. It makes it really seem like they've played against their opponents a million times, even if they've only played against them like once or not even once. They go into it confidently, they get a taste of it. They don't care if they lose that first game because they go in, they experience all they can, and they try to get a feel for what their opponents are doing. They make themselves an easier target. If they win, they win, and they keep going. They keep adjusting, they keep making adjustments. But in reality, they're just feeling out their opponents.
Yeah.
And it's really impressive to see.
Oh, the combo?
Yeah.
That's
He
the
didn't want to
combo
hit Acno there. Acno was in red damage there. He didn't want to continue that because that's what sent him too far.
I understand that. Another combo potentially on the red side. I would like to say Delta has been really doing a ton of damage here. I've been following Delta here a bit in the first stock, and he was able to get 2 stocks back to back in quick succession. And here we go, another signature here connecting with Blaze. But Delta hit so hard on that Zol, and is still going kind of crazy with it right now as well. Oh, the recovery, nope.
Delta, Zol, Amend. Zol is a very hard hitter, and as you can tell, he's hitting a lot of signatures. He's not only playing a hard hitter, he is hitting hard hits. It's making it very rough for Acno and Blaze to not take that much damage, but they got a 2v1 situation there against TM, which also resulted in a lot of damage. TM now in deep orange, not getting the follow-up there on Acno. That's the second time he has sadly failed to get the follow-up confirmed onto Acno, but he does get a quick combo there onto Blaze. Delta with the beautiful follow-ups twice in a row. A lot of damage onto them. Delta, the only one in a comfortable damage zone right now.
Ooh! Very well played. Blaze followed up on Delta, hitting his own teammate there. Nice downstage, another combo coming. Oh, but no, there's no space to further the combo there at the corner of the map. A 2v1 situation, but everybody is in deep red. One D-Light almost takes out Blaze. A side air comes out as well. What is going to happen in this game 1? Anything can happen. Nice follow up. Okay.
Now, I don't know about you. Correct me if I'm wrong here, you as the Spanish guy. I would like to say they're hola, ¿cómo estás, baby girl? What did Blaze do there to TM? The cider off the wall, off stage into the immediate down air true combo. That was gorgeous.
That was beautiful. Oh my gosh, that was absolutely insane. Blaze going crazy with the spear on the side there, stealing that deal. Blue team was actually way more damage than red team at the end. It was a little bit like they were both kind of in red, but they were so much darker in the red there. But Blaze sealed that deal, made it a 1v2 situation for the blue team, and it paid out in the end. So game 1 goes to Acno and Blaze here.
Yes, sir. We're seeing a little character switch from TM here. I believe to the Orion, the Dark Knight, which I believe we have seen before. If we haven't, I do apologize. But TM sticking to that lance, picking up the spear now, which Blaze is mirror matching. And I believe he's just looking for that zoning, that better support, because we saw that TM was struggling a bit confirming those follow-ups with Delta. Delta in a rough spot right there. It does go down in the first 20 seconds.
Oh no!
Acno following right away. That Blaze does not get the save. We are in an even game again. Red team slightly behind. As I was saying, I think TM with that spear pickup now, that switch over to Orion, is looking to get those follow-ups that he missed in the last game, because he might be thinking that that was the struggle of the last one and what left them losing game 1.
Yeah, 100% another combo potentially, but gets dropped. TM did a great job of zoning Acno out from coming back on the stage after sealing the deal on the Delta early on. Delta at 1 stock right now, pretty early on, as we see Blaze holding 3 right now. This is very, very good for the blue team now. They have an insane advantage that we haven't seen all set. But great follow-up with the down signature, takes out Blaze's first stock there. Delta dangerously in the 1 stock here. If he gets taken out, it's an early 1v2.
Yes, sir. And I'm looking at the stock count right now.
Oh
Just
my
a
God,
second
yeah.
ago. Oh my god, yeah. Just a second ago, Blaze Acno were ahead so far. And just a second later, I look at it again. Even. Delta close to death. Delta really needs to focus on staying alive here, but they're getting amazing damage on Blaze. Delta at a rough spot right there, off stage, getting the big hits on Acno, sending him off stage there in the 1v2 situation, but he has both of them in a bad spot. Acno does... is he alive? He's alive!
No, the down air, viewed almost... wow, that was
That is very
almost...
possible. That is
Oh
very
my
possible
God.
for TM right there. He needs 1 hit, just anything. I think even an Enlight would kill Acno right here. He cannot get caught in those 2v1 situations as he does right there. They cannot finish. TM holding onto that second stock. As long as he holds onto that second stock, he can get an even 1v1 situation against Blaze later on. And he's just looking for that 1 hit on Acno now. If Acno runs away too well, then TM should target switch and target out Blaze a little bit more. Make Acno come towards him. If we lose that 1v1, then that's that.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Acno playing support here in the back. Away from TM, because again, he's definitely in the danger zone here. Blaze trying to make this 1v1 happen on the left side of the map. Acno holding onto his stock because it's dangerous. TM is a force to reckon with 100%. Acno hanging off the side of the map here. It is dangerous right now. It is completely dangerous. Nice down air from Blaze. TM getting zoned out with the Enlight into another down air. Blaze trying to keep him away from his teammate, and it's doing pretty well. Oh my god, Blaze is doing so much work.
Blaze is playing so good right now. That is how you play against Lance when you're on Spear. That is perfectly how you play against Lance when you're on Spear. Those edge guards, that spacing, that positioning to punish the recovery there. Ooh! Why didn't he recover? He could have killed Agna.
I'm so shocked he's alive there. I'm actually so shocked he lived that down there. What is this?
It's so close. It's 1 hit on Blaze now as well, but it's also 1 hit on
There it
TM.
is.
It's that down air,
There
and
it is.
it's over.
Wow. I'm so shocked he lived that down there. He went in for that neutral sig, that deep neutral sig, and he got punished for it, but didn't get taken out. That is surprising. But again, the 2v1 is insane.
Now,
2-0. We're 2-0 on blue side here.
let us talk about how well TM played that 1v2. He just came in, he was not scared. He did get team combo once. If that didn't happen, I think that very well could have gone his way if that one team combo didn't happen on his second stock. Because he was so far ahead, he was still chilling on his second stock. He was in light yellow when the 1v2 started. Acno almost dead. Blaze still white on his last stock, but as you can tell, they were both 1 hit away from getting knocked there at the end. If I'm Delta right now, I'm playing off of TM. TM seemed to have something figured out during that 1v2. If I'm Delta, I'm playing off TM and just looking for those KOs that TM was struggling with. That damage buildup is there.
100%. We also need to take note about how well Blaze was doing that 1v1 separate. Actually losing a stock pretty early. The downer doesn't connect, and
20 seconds
goes within seconds there. Oh my goodness, this could be a definite advantage that red team needs here to get their first game of the set.
Again, Delta.
Oh my goodness.
You see that beautiful sidestep with the dodge
goodness.
there, and he does go down. But TM's still holding on to that first stock. He's going back and forth with Acno right now. Beautiful team combo there into the DC by Blaze. Delta just keeps going. He does not care that he just got knocked out. He's just going in. He's going in. He's going for those offstage plays against Acno. He seems confident, but Blaze is there now. He's in that 2v1 offstage situation. I don't know how well you can play that with Cannon offstage, but seemingly Delta gets out of it basically unharmed. Very, very well played from both sides right there. Not risking too much, not doing too much. Staying safe until TM was back on the field.
Yeah, TM did a great job of coming to Delta's aid there on the side of the map. Acno was continually down airing him and denying him entry on the stage. Nice side signature into Delta there. Gets the first stock, or gets that second stock off of him. Looks like Delta holding on to the last stock here, but everyone in the red now. Anybody gets taken out with one signature. Nice recovery. Doesn't actually get taken out there.
Yes, sir.
There we go.
Once again, Delta going
the down six spam on the left.
He's just doing it. He's still doing it. He didn't get punished. He's not punished.
What is happening? Oh
Blaze
my god.
is listen here, guys. Blaze is trolling in losers finals. If they lose the set, they're out of the tournament. But they're up 2-0 and Blaze is confident, even though the game is that close.
This down
even though
six.
Axel is offstage, almost going down right there. That could have been a 2v1 against Blaze. And I don't know if Blaze could have done that, but we are looking at another 1v2 by TM. Can he do it this time? It's looking a lot more rough than the last one. So it's a bit unlikely, and we do see Agno Blaze move on to the grand finals 3-0. Amazing play by TM Delta right there.
That was insane. The Kaya or Akno got taken out pretty early on that set, but I mean on that match, but you know they were able to bring it back so strongly, and even had a 2-stock advantage, I feel like, overall.
Yes,
so it's just, yeah, it just to show how well and how beautifully Akno and Blaze are as a duo, getting that 3-0 in the losers final and going back over to Grands to fight Ted and Knees for the title there. Very well played, very exciting to see as well from both TM and Delta and Akno and Blaze. Yeah, overall great set.
Now we're seeing Akno Blaze go back into grand finals for that rematch against Ted and Knees, which we did see at the start of top 8, where they went to game 5 with Ted and Knees coming out on top. I think they're really going back and forth now, because for the first place you get $800 for first place and 400 second. Considering you split that across the teammates, that is 400 each if you win. I think Agno Blaze very much want double the money. They want to win that. One thing I want to consider here is Agno and Blaze so far have had no break for the past 2 sets. They played loser finals to game 5, then losers finals to very close game 3, and now they're going right back into grand finals. This could go either way. Either Agno Blaze are exhausted at this point, or they're still on heat. And either Ted and Knees got their good rest, they're ready, or they're cold now and not warm anymore.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying for sure. Akno and Blaze play the last 2 sets here. They're going to play the grand final set, and if they do pull a reset here, that's another set on top of that. I would be completely gassed if I was Akno and Blaze right now, but hopefully they can, you know, bring it back and seal the deal here. Ted and Knees sitting comfortably in the grand finals spot to fight whoever won that losers final set, and I'm sure they're ready to go, just like Akno and Blaze are moving forward in this Frostfight 2v2 tournament sponsored by Brawlhalla. So again, they're getting the players in right now, switching up some colors, getting everything set up. Overall, Addy, I think it's been pretty good. It's been insane. This top 4 has been wild, roller coasters, man. Especially on the Bartu and Pavelski set, insane.
Yeah, we've been seeing some amazing gameplay here so far. They're really showing why they're at the top of the top, really showing what they're capable of. And now going into grand finals, I think we figured out who the 2 best teams in this tournament are, as they've all gone kind of through each other to get to where they are now. And I think we might very well see a reset here. My voice is already getting a little raspy because of how exciting this tournament has been getting, and I really hope it gets even more exciting right here.
Yeah, you've been casting the whole day, man. So props to Addy, man. He's been going crazy. But yeah, we're getting into the next game here. Like you said earlier, they are doing this rematch. They fought earlier in winter semis, and it went to a game 5. Ted and Knees got the win there, but it was close. It was a close matchup, so we'll probably see another close set here as well. But potentially, I kind of predict potentially another a game 5 here. Or a reset. We saw in Frostfight 1v1s yesterday that we actually had a bracket reset, and Gali ended up taking the win from after sweeping the losers final. So this could potentially happen again here with Akno and Blaze. I wouldn't count them out just yet, but Knees also and Ted have been playing insanely over on winner's side, so can't count them out either.
mentioning Godly if the viewer has been wondering where Godly has been this entire top 8. In case you've been watching it, you've been wondering, where is Godly? Godly is in fact in the lobby watching as well, but he did not play in the 2v2 part today. If you're wondering if Fozy and Godly played, Fozy did participate. He placed 9th. He was playing with Munikeo, another great player.
Yeah,
but
he played very well.
I'm sure Godly wishes he could have been here, but he had to sleep.
Yeah.
A lot of sleep to catch up on.
Yeah, he's exhausted. He's trying to get ready for that winter tournament. Godly is insane.
Yes,
Blaze going crazy with the Lancer right now, pushing off. Oh, ground pound on Acno there. Not you know, maybe not as planned. But
sir.
looking pretty strong. Red team at a lead, taking 2 early stocks, but everyone at 2 now. Ted in the red. Will he get taken out, or I don't know? They have to catch him.
No, I think this is the scenario I was fearing. Ted and Nice being a little bit cold. Maybe they didn't keep the warm-up matches going in between sets. While Acno Blaze, they're packing the heat. They're coming here. They're coming ready. Meanwhile, never mind. Nice is slowly catching momentum. I am cursing it again. Nice is catching that momentum. He's going crazy. Now Ted just needs to follow along for that game, and they are in their usual gameplay. We might be seeing a different gameplay from them as we've seen of the rest of the game. I don't even know how Blaze died there.
Oh, the follow-up and then like into the down air. Nice is doing some insane work on that bow right now, really separating the blue team and stacking on the damage. Nice throws the bow out for the blast. He goes for the side stick but misses. Blaze having some trouble on the left side of the map. He's at last stocks with Acno as well. It's not looking too good for the red team, but if they can take out Ted here, we can see a 2v1, but that goes for either side here.
Yes, sir. Now, we are looking at a strong lead here from the red
we got
team.
saved.
That is a KO right there. And I want to talk about that team combo they did. Oh, 1-0. Tennis. They're not letting them get the reset. They are not going for the reset, my man. Now, one thing I want to point out about that match, that gorgeous crossover, I call it crossover team combos. I don't know what the exact term for it is. Maybe someone in chat could educate me if they know. Or production, or you even, where those team combos where they cross over and they go the same way. You could call it flow combo, crossover combos, whatever. I feel like those are so hard to do because there's such a high likability of you hitting each other because you're going the same way, you're crossing over to continue that combo. And I feel like that's just the peak of 2v2 team combos, and they executed that there beautifully.
Yeah. Potentially a stack combo. I'm not too sure, but I'm just reading Twitch chat right now, and that's what I'm getting from it. But yeah, it's we're going into game 2 of the grand final set, and Nice and Ted have been really dominating this first game. So let's see if anything switches up on game 2. We see Acno actually switching to Barin. He throws away the bow on Kaya, something that he's been playing all tournament, I believe, and goes for the Acno on the goes for the Barin on the axe.
On the Acno on the axe.
On the Acno, bro. Acno on the axe.
He's going on the Acno. He's turned on the Acno mode.
He's locked it in, bro. He's in Acno mode right now. Ooh, the side air, that kind of saved him. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes,
he's going for that recovery
I'm excited to see this Bryn come out. Blaze still on the Orion. He thought that was working. Lion's obviously an amazing weapon for 2v2 specifically. Now Acno maybe looking for more synergy, more of those team combos that they couldn't quite get there. And Lance! Blaze! Excuse me!
Beautifully well played by Blaze. The placement and spacing there to just hit side air after side air at different levels there to catch them both completely off guard. Gets the 2 stocks there, and Nice gets the refrag there on the recovery. It's 2 stocks across the board. I don't know, man. It's so chaotic, but at the same time, it's so even. It's so even.
Yes, sir. This match has been mesmerizing so far. It's absolutely gorgeous how they've been going back and forth compared to the first game where Blaze and Acno had the lead at the start, and then all of a sudden Nice and Ted were blowing them out. This one has been really even, while Nice has been maintaining quite a bit of a lead. I think Nice is the key man for this set so far. If they don't want to go to a reset, Ted needs to keep playing off of Nice because something Nice has been doing, he's been doing right.
Yeah, I feel like Nees has just been completely, like, he's been so accurate. He's been hitting so many hits off the blasters and the bow. He's doing too much damage, I feel like. I don't know how much damage he's going to do after this game, but it just seems that way right now. Nees is definitely making things happen, and Ted with the goated follow-ups as well to close out these stocks is a great duo here that we're seeing in the grand finals.
Now, I was about to praise their coverage for each other, how well that's been going, and Agno does go down. We have a 2v1 situation here. They cannot quite do the tower combo, the well-known tower combo that we've been doing for years on Double Blasters. Back when DI didn't exist, that was a confirmed kill. Now, Ted and Nees have been covering for each other so well. Whenever one of them gets hit, the other punishes it. Whenever one of them starts a combo, they make sure they don't get punished for it.
Yeah, that's insane, man. Nees and Ted are playing extremely well here, grabbing every opportunity that they have to seal these stocks out. We're at a 2-0 in grand finals right now. It's not looking good for Acno and Blaze for that bracket reset. We've seen them sweep the bottom side of the bracket, but coming back over to winner side for the rematch, it's looking like Nees and Ted still holding on to that lead, holding on to that record there. And it might be a 3-0 here. So we'll see Acno switching up the Brynn over to Barraza now, sticking with the Axe, but opting out for the Blasters now.
Man, this tournament so far has been so alluring, appealing, whatever you want to call it. It's just dazzling and stunning how well these people go back and forth. I'm actually fascinated by all this gameplay, and I don't know about you, but I'm motivated, even though I'm exhausted from casting the entire thing, to hop into the 2's queue after this and try to get to this level.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. So here we go. We're getting into the game 3 of the grand final set. It looks like Ted dangerously off stage here, but gets punished. Acno gets punished with a ground pound into a down weapon throw there and a side signature. Great follow-up from the red team there. Gets them a huge advantage in this grand final set.
Wonderful stuff from Ted and Nees, but they're not ahead by that much. Acno and Blaze on that double axe, it has been really working out for them. Brynn didn't seem to be quite the pick, but Acno did have a sense. Double axe is it.
Oh
and
my
never
gosh.
mind, right as I'm praising that amazing team combo does not quite get the finish. That side stick would have definitely killed Blaze right there and then.
A neutral stick might have hit there with the gauntlets, I'm not gonna lie. Like it would have been a double hit. I don't know, but that was clean.
Might have been hard. That might have been hard to space. That down air would have probably hit him if he went for a neutral stick.
That's true. That's true. Nice a neutral area there, going up. The double axe, like you said, doing a lot of work here on the blue side. Blaze at 1 stock though. Acno almost joining him here. Ground pound into the down air. Seals the deal here. Blaze needs to get help right now from Acno. Nice side air on the left side and takes him out as well. Everyone on the red team at 1 stock. Acno holding his second.
Magnificent plays by Blaze there. Surprisingly Blaze. If I'm thinking offstage, I am definitely not thinking Blaze, but he is showing he is very much capable of doing that. Amazing team combo right there to target out Blaze a little bit. If they get Blaze out here, that's a quick 2v1, which is happening right now. He does not get back. It's a 2v1 versus Acno. If Acno does not clutch up this 1v2, Nees and Ted will be your Frostfight 2023 champions in case Acno does not clutch up right here and now. It is possible. It's just very unlikely.
It's possible. Acno playing Barraza. You know, we know him more for that Kaya, but here we go. A neutral stick takes him out. Acno almost getting back to stage. Nice dodge to avoid the ground pound. We've seen Acno do crazy things in the past, but here we go. He gets taken out, and this is your new 2v2 Frostfight champions, Ted and Nees. Very well played from both sides there, but they got 3-0'd, Addy. Very well played. Very well played.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought this would go to a reset.
Me too. Me too. I'm not gonna lie. Me too.
Considering they played to game 5 on winner's side previously, I did not expect Ted and Nees to come in here, especially considering how they struggled a little bit at the start of game 1, to come in here and so convincingly as well. 3-0 Acno Blaze. This is Acno Blaze we're talking about.
It is.
That is incredible. If they play like this in winter champs, God knows Godly Fozy might be the only ones to stop them.
I don't know. Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't see the Godly Fozy combo in this 2v2 tournament. But, you know, classic Akno Blaze still did really good throughout the tournament. They just dropped the ball a little bit in the grand finals. Just a little bit unlucky there. But, you know, it well-deserved to Nees and Ted. They played out of their minds. They played so consistently. They did a ton of damage. Great follow-ups. Nees putting on that pressure throughout. Absolutely insane and well-deserved from the red team there, sitting comfortably at the winner side there. So very well played again.
This is peak of synergy. That's I'm gonna say, absolute peak. Nees and Ted. You would think you see Nees in 1v1 tournaments. You see him bob and weave and all those hits. You see him winning. You see him busting it out versus NA pros as well. Before Machete did it at mid-season champs, only player to beat Sandstorm, especially at his peak days, from Europe.
Yeah.
Only player to ever do it. And that is how good Nees is, and now he's doing it in 2v2 as well. Absolutely incredible. Now,
yeah, Nees did insane during that tournament. He's showing impressive gameplay here, and with his partner Ted, I'm expecting a lot of great things in the winter side of the tournament for Brawlhalla. It's gonna be very exciting to watch. Thank you guys so much for watching this tournament so far. Thank you, Addy, for casting 2 whole freaking blocks here just the entire day. Absolutely insane. Is there anything you want to say to the peoples, Addy?
Man, my voice is a little raspy at this point. I don't know if you can tell. I've been screaming a lot. This was an amazing tournament. I'm very glad I got to cast this. Frostfight 2023. If this doesn't get uploaded on YouTube, I recommend you download the VOD. This has been peak of gameplay. You might not even catch this in a major tournament. Like, this is the best 2v2 gameplay that you can get, and only here at Brawl League, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know, just follow Brawl League on Twitter, on Twitch, join the Discord, be ready for those news, watch out for the tournaments. You always get the peak of gameplay right here on this Twitch channel.
100%. Make sure you check out Addy's socials, right? You said you stream and you post on Twitter and all that jazz. So, you know, there's this stuff. Is that for everything? You know, there's my Twitter stuff. If you want to follow, feel free to do that. You don't have to if you don't want to. But again, thank you guys so much for the opportunity. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one for sure. So thank you again, guys. See you later.